Hello, everybody. It's me, your old pal, Crazy. Hi. I'm doing a face reveal. I mean, my face is already on my channel, but this has been 10 years or so since I've shown my face. So, what's up, Mick Jiggle? Hello. That's what my face looks like. So we got that out of the way. I want to do a fun little stream today talking about my entire mapping repertoire because I've been mapping for this game since I want to say like 2003, and I still make levels to this day for the game. So I thought it might be kind of fun to go chronologically through every single thing I've ever created and just, I don't know, share some memories about what I was thinking at the time, what I was doing, all sorts of stuff like that. I think that would be super fascinating. Now, I will say a lot of the stuff I created back then it's not special, and a lot of it wasn't released or even played on. So, yeah, we're just gonna check it out. And by the way, I want to say I streamed, I think it was sometime this week, and I just had a fun time. So I kind of wanted to do that again. I thought, this was so much fun. So we're just gonna go do it again. I'm still working out some of the logistics on streaming. It's been a long time since I've tried doing this, so just gonna try to play with some settings here. All right, I think we're back. Hopefully. All right. So I want to start with talking about the very first level I ever made. I'm super excited to show this. And I have talked about this as one of the first maps I showed in one of my videos. It's called De Malagio. I have no idea how I came up with that name for a map, but let's check it out. Of course, we got to pick the elite crew. So this is my first experience with Valve Hammer Editor. Okay. And for whatever reason, this is what I came up with. It's like a little sort of, no, hangout, little house area. Got this creepy blinking TV. Got the Cheez-Its. Little kitchen here. It's like a really big studio apartment. Very, very funny. And you can see, like, I think these crates are floating, right? I didn't have a concept of how to map on the grid quite yet. We got some flickering. I have intercepting geometry. And yep, you see that little gap there between the crates. So funny. But I figured out how to use the Funk Ladder entity. So neat. You can see I didn't understand how to do texturing correctly, or that a chimney can't be as thin as like plywood. It's just so silly. Mm. But here's the outside, and I think most people, when they try to make a map, they want to do something kind of like a big open world. And unfortunately, in Half-Life, just or just Gold Source, the engine in general that Counter Strike is on, this doesn't really work very well. You need kind of closed in spaces for Gold Source to work very effectively. This is kind of neat. I little like bricks here, kind of splattered around, kind of like a derelict housing thing. Little chimney. I think this is supposed to be like a shower. Kind of getting a lot of skipped frames here. I don't know how it looks on your guys' end, but I think I need to fix something. But here's this weird thing I made. It's like a beanstalk, and this thing goes all the way up to the top. You can climb it, and there's like these like clouds. Whoa. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful on these things. These clouds you can get on. For some reason, I'm like flying off of them. I don't know why. But kind of interesting. It's like just like totally like what a little kid would do. Totally what a little kid would do. And then I was kind of playing with geometry here, trying to figure out, I don't know, how to make stairs and whatnot. Just a lot of experimentation. And for a first map, just getting it to compile, I think this is pretty sweet. It's nothing too impressive, but just let the world know that this was my first attempt at mapping. Sort of teleportation pad thing. And I think I was trying to make like a some sort of unfinished building. Like the carpenters are still working on it. That's pretty much it for this level. DE Milagio, and I think the file's dated at like 2003, so it's pretty old. It's a super old level. Now, I started getting a little more familiar with how to use the tools, and I came up with a new concept. It's called CS Hill Run. We're gonna go join CT. Boom. It is exactly as explained. It's a big hill, and we have to run all the way up to the top here. Obviously, I didn't set a sky for this, so it's going to be nighttime. And here it's like this big compound. And of course, my signature, that's my signature. I always made like the garage like door breakable for some reason. I just thought that was so cool. So here's hostages, right? We can rescue them if we probably will. Got a little what do you call these? Are these I forget what you call these little chairs here for sunbathing. Always had to put those in there. So let's take a little dip in the pool. And this pool, kind of peculiar. Oh, there's an opening. What could this be? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's like a push mechanism. I have no idea. What's up, Nismo? And yeah. So here's like an underground passage. And obviously you can tell that I was still trying to learn about geometry and mapping on the grid. Didn't have a really good concept of that quite yet. But here is the opening. So CT's kind of got two options, right? They could go through this underground tunnel up through the pool, or they could just, walk up hill, hence hill run. And hill run was kind of interesting, right? Because like if you crouched right here, you could sorry, my neighbor is slamming on something right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but you could just crouch down and you might have a fighting chance, but usually fighting uphill is a losing battle. Let's go inside the compound. Got some nice sliding doors. Nice little area. We got a floating staircase. Look how these stairs kind of like extend upward. I just didn't know what I was doing. I must have made this when I was 12. Got a little stepstone here. Nice. There we go. In case you want a suntan on top of the garage. There's another map I was going to mention the other night, but I was too drunk to remember. Those Star Wars maps. Holy shit, those are good. Yeah, my friend Yellow Jello has all of those maps archived on Game Banana. So, here. feeling nostalgic, you can download them all. Let's go rescue these hosties. Let's see if it works. I don't even remember if I put a hostage rescue site. I'm gonna lead these hosties down. It works. Now, Hill Run was pretty amazing. I had a small server at the time. I remember begging my mom for to like get this server, and I remember like researching very intently like what the cheapest server hosting site was, and I found this server host. I think it was like $6 or $8 for a 16 player server, and this I really had to beg my mom. My mom did not want to pay for this, so I really had to beg her, please give me a server. So eventually I got a server, and the server kind of sucked. Okay. It had like a limit on how big the map files could be. So like I couldn't play any like nipper maps or any like cool levels that we wanted to play typically. So what ended up happening was I would make my own levels that were just under like the kilobyte range that you could upload so that we could play some custom maps, and this was one of them that would fit on there. It was just like small enough. So yeah, I struggled with that for many months, and then eventually, as I got older and I figured out a new way to convince my mom to get better server hosting. And from then on, we were rolling. I had like a superhero server, and we are playing all sorts of custom maps. It was a great time. Anyhow, we're gonna check out the next version of CS Hill Run because I did make a second one, and I haven't checked this map out in a long, long time. Let's see. I don't know why do I do this? I'm just gonna go do that. Shoot. All right. Now let's see. Let's check out the little evolution here for little crazy. What did I learn? What changed? Huh? I think we're getting a little more advanced now. I think this is probably around 2004. Got some breakable crates. That's pretty sweet. We're still not super good at texturing yet at this point. I'm still not very good at that. And look, we got paper thin walls. Like, what's going on here? I mean, I guess I'm playing with prefabs. I figured out how to use prefabs. That's kind of neat. And the draw distance is not good, right? Like, I can see the end parts of this level flipping out. I didn't have it figured out quite yet. We're gonna go back to that TNT thing real soon. Here's an interesting dugout. Okay, that just exploded something. Oh, I blew up a wall up here. Interesting. Okay, so you can explode that wall. Here's the compound again. And it's so funny because it's the same sort of setup. These like terraced levels. Okay, we figured out a button. Nice. That's pretty sweet, actually. Okay, and then we got a little ladder here to climb up. Now we're on the roof. Got a little pool action. Okay, before we explore more of that, let's check out what this does. You just gotta love gold source magic, right? Like, look at that's so silly. I love that. All right, we're gonna go. Let's go advance through this tunnel. It's nice and red. That was one of the fun things. You just like playing with like lighting. I love that. All right, nice. I got a little flickering lamp here. Going up through the bottom of the pool, just like in the first one. Here we are. We made it. Some more tanning beds. Ooh, and there's weapons. Let's grab a little AK action. Look at how big this car is. Thing's massive. And one thing I think is kind of cool about this map is there's like alley. That's kind of neat, huh? Because remember the first one, it's like you had the tunnel or you had to go just run up the hill. But this one feels a little more put together. So this is cool. Little alleyway. I like that. It's kind of neat. Got the muddy ground. Very reflective of a dingy alleyway. See, I think at this point I was trying to understand like real design aesthetic, some real imagination. Okay. So we're going to go in here, big screen TV, must have. Got a little kitchen. Pretty neat. And then okay, some hosties in here. We're still figuring out stairs. Stairs are actually these stairs look pretty good in comparison to the last time. I think it looks. Now we got a little pool table. I'm assuming that's what I was trying to do. Little pool table. Chimney, of course. Excellent. And I think there's a secret for this. I don't remember how you access it. I remember there was a secret for this. Maybe it's one of these. Oh, there it is. Yes, the green one. Haha. Now we're in a little bedroom. What does that do? I remember I put like a techno song in here, but doesn't seem to be working. I don't know what's up with that. um, so YouTube is reporting that I'm have like a kind of a low setting, but I think the stream looks pretty good. So all things considered, so I'm just gonna ignore that, whatever that's saying to me. All right, let's move on to the next level. So remember I had this server and you couldn't upload like really big levels. So we're gonna let me find this one. I forget what it's called. Oh man, I don't even know if I have it. What's up, Tychus? How are you? Actually, you know what? I don't think I have this. All right. I know what I have to do. I have to go to 17 buddies for this. Install it real quick. Just give me. It's called DE Town Zort. And I can't recall for the life of me. Okay, yeah, I got it. Oh my god. This map is so terrible. 1 second. I'm just down. It's so funny. I'm downloading this map that I had for. Wow, I have my old. I'm reading the TXT on it. It has like an old website that I'm sure is long gone now. Amazing. It's just like it's amazing when you go through all these old map files you have, and like that was me. I was a little kid making all this. So neat. All right, got the map. Uh, in here. Map 2. Alrighty. How about you rate other people's maps? Maybe another time. But yeah, right now I'm just reviewing levels I made because I thought this would be kind of interesting because I haven't taken a look at my own maps for a long time. Wow, look at this is the original. This map was made by an ellipses. That's like such a jerk like writing thing. I'm sorry, like if you use ellipses normally, you just kind of sound like an ass. You sound like you're trying to be like some cool edgy like anime guy. And I remember doing that a lot. It's just a bad choice in text because it comes off as like you're like annoyed or you're rude. You're being rude about something. This map, this one of the many great maps that you can get in my map pack. To check it out at paradiseclan.cjb.net. Enjoy, enjoy. Funny, this was our clan. This is our old clan. me and a friend, Me and a friend made a clan called Paradise Clan, PC Clan, and I remember we had a farm and everything, and we thought we were so fucking cool. It's just kind of lame. Anyway, hello, say hi to Bird from me. Hey, what's up, crazy dog? Birdabo. Birdabo. I just played Counter Strike with Bird the other day. Toilet Wars. Yeah, did you see that in my mapping map collection? So this is a very low lighting level. Can't really see a whole lot. This is not ideal for a Counter-Strike map, but here we are. Wow. So this is a little town. Oh, okay. There's floating. Oh, oh. I made the year I was working on this, I guess. Interesting. That's kind of cool, isn't it? What's up, Cash? Look at that. I wonder if my name's in the map somewhere. Wow, this is copied from CS Hill Run 2. You can tell it's like the same exact building. Amazing. And this must have been like once again one of those levels I created that would just barely meet that server quota so that I could upload the map. Yeah, this is my map. I'm reviewing all the levels I made from 2003 to till today. And I think I might have a few missing ones, but why does that sound like wood? Why does that sound like wood? Clicky, what's up? All right, let's go to the hospital here. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, a little computer. Welcome back, brother. No, I didn't make any ZM maps. Just default Counter-Strike. I made a few surf maps, and we're gonna check those out. Look at this. I have the door is small. It's too small. It's missing from the frame. Yeah, this is a lot of fun for me. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like turning it up much more because it's. I suppose like that would be better, but I don't know. I just like leaving it low for the time being. Anyhow, this map kind of sucks, and it's just funny though. It's just funny. It's super old. You can tell I was still trying to figure out how geometry works and lighting. I guess this is my first nighttime style level. That one's interesting. Also used to go back to the maps I made. Well, CS2D maps. Oh yeah, wow, I forgot about CS2D. I remember making maps during online classes. Oh nice. Yeah, it's funny. I think I mentioned it last stream. I put Valve Hammer Editor on a thumb drive back in high school, and so during lunch I would go map in the library. And the librarian usually would have a problem with people like dicking around, but since I think it was like a kind of a sophisticated piece of software, they thought like, oh wow, he's kind of doing something, you know, for himself or whatnot. Use night vision, yeah, it's fine. We're done with this. We're done with this map. But that is a good idea. We'll use night vision on other dark maps. So let's see, what's the next one? DE. The last fight. Also notice this was DE Town Zort 2. I don't know what the hell happened to the first one. I can't find it. So, all right, we're going to go to the next one I worked on. Smallest street light ever made. I know that was like a super tiny little light. Actually, let's look at that. Look at how small it is. That's a lot of light. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. DE glass fight. And I think this is inspired from a Nipper map. Let's see. But yeah, this is like a Nipper style level. I love how grenades just immediately gib like all glass. But yeah, this was just like a stupid level. It's just T's and CTs on either side of the level, and they buy pair of machine guns and try to destroy each other. Glass World, is that the name of it? Is that actually it? And here's a map called Glass. Okay, yeah, it's similar. It's a similar concept. Yeah, you're right. Nismo, you know your stuff. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so handsome. Oh, thanks. Gee. There is still Jack installed in one of my school's classrooms. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Hopefully some kid just stumbles upon it and it's like, what is this? And becomes the next mapping prodigy. Silly thing, but what did your 12-year-old self think when you made finished E? Oh my god, I just thought that was like the coolest thing ever. You know, I made my first level and you could tell like the adventure I was going on. I was trying to make this whole town and this breathing city with like fantasy elements or like a beanstalk and clouds, It's like I just yeah, the excitement I got from that was like unbelievable because there was very few games that gave you that sort of creative control. Thinking maybe like Time Splitters had like a cool level editor, and same with like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater kind of had like a level editor, but this one was so different because there was no like memory cap. Well, there was a memory cap, but not that I was aware of at the time, especially what I was capable as a mapper back then. But you could do whatever you wanted, which was so like insane to me. There was like zero limitation. If you wanted to make a plane, in a bunch of buildings in a forest, you could do that. And it was just like amazing. Super important experience. Good question. Cooper is a legend. We must protect him. I agree. Love these stupid tiny maps. They were the best. They really were. Yeah, they really were the best. You could there's a other map called Falling. People went ape shit over this map. Like, why? Why was this so popular? It's just like the stupidest level ever. But people like love this for some reason. I have no idea why. But it was like a super tiny map, and you're just falling and shooting each other. Who knew why that was ever popular? But we're gonna go to the next map. So okay. We're gonna go play DE Plant House, and this was not the original name of this level. The original name of this level was CS Greenhouse, but I had to change it because, of course, CS Greenhouse is a 3D mic map. So let's see if I can find this map. Here we go. What's up, Kanto? How are you? Cyber Cafe used to go to one room. Really popular. Gosh, I don't remember that map. It was just one room, I bet, huh? I have a 21-year-old Steam badge. That's pretty old. If I had found out about map making in CS 1.6 when I was younger, I would have spent all day on the PC. Yep. I mean, I wish I had discovered map making back in like or I was like at the start of Half-Life, and its release, but I didn't discover it till I was like much older. But I still got in there kind of early. Crazy how you love falling, you son of a gun. I was playing CS 1.5 one time, got a pop-up asking to install Steam. I thought I got my it hacked for a minute. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people hated Steam, but I think it was great. Finally updated the game for you. With CS 1.6 inaccuracy, this looks so bad. Yeah. Yeah. Falling was Also, what's your opinion on Fever Dream style maps? Love them. Blah was like amazing. I still think it's like the best CS map ever. But I can expand upon that later. I want to talk about this map. Let me get through the rest of the comments. Trying to land in the water was fun. If you hit the edge of the water, you die. Yep. Yeah, right? If you're like that 1 pixel, you just like crunch and die. You play Jailbreak? Not really. I don't have many opinions on zombies, Jailbreak, Pokemon, football, soccer, rugby. I can't think of the other ones, but I kind of stopped after surf. I always thought about making maps back in the day. Could never come up with any ideas. I'm always impressed with anyone who makes maps because my brain doesn't work. Sometimes you just get super inspired and you start making stuff out of nowhere. Blah's amazing, yes. It's like yeah, there's my missing texture. So anyway, this is a DE plant house. It was originally called CS Greenhouse, which is weird because obviously it's a bomb site. I think this was a 2004, 2005. There's my name. Obviously I stole this aesthetic from Nipper, right? But honestly, a lot of that wasn't like an original thing to do, really. Like a lot of mappers blocked out their name in a level. And yeah, at this point, I'm really starting to understand Hammer much better. Okay, things are looking symmetrical. I think I'm texturing things better. I'm still using like super thin whatever for everything, but I think we're gonna change that up real soon. Okay, we're getting more details that are kind of silly, but I got a bunch of rebar sticking out of this concrete. Look at this little hammer. Look at this gold source hammer I made. Like, guys, look at this thing. Is that just like awesome? I love the way this thing looks. It's just so. Yeah, I don't. It's kind of cute to me. It's just cute to me. Like I was just trying my heart out. I was just a little kid. I'm trying my hardest to make, a little hammer on this table. It's beautiful. Got a little vise with a little crank. just, just look at that. It's just like, so cute. It's precious. It's just precious. Okay. I love it. I don't know what I'm doing too with these like tiles on the floor. I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. I'm getting kind of creative with these walls. Trying to break up the monotony of just like, I don't know. It just looks creative. Little street lamps. And of course, guys, is it breakable? Is it breakable? You bet your ass it's breakable. I always did that. Every single garage is like always like that. Anyhow, let's go inside. It's green. Green and blue. I love playing with the lighting. Something about gold source lighting is just so beautiful. Like, do you see this, like, the cascading of, like, the green meeting the blue? Just something so... I don't know. I love it. It's so like relaxing to me. I just love being bathed in this like really juicy, sort of rich lighting that Gold Source does. There's something just so magical about it. I mean, look at that. Is that not beautiful? I love the just like the mm, it's juicy. I don't know how else to explain it, but I feel like such a calm looking at that. Like aesthetically, it's super. Mm, it's just I don't something I can't explain it. I say that all the time about this engine. Hmm. Have there been nights where you stayed up until the morning making? Oh my god, yes. I had like there was this. I lived in an apartment, studio apartment for a while, and I was working on this map D big freaking house, which I'll show you later. And there was this subway, 24-hour subway open right below the apartment building I was living in. So I would just go there, I'd store up on sandwiches and get like one of those huge like, 32 fluid ounce beverage drinks and just fill that up with a bunch of like Diet Coke and just sip on that all night, like mapping, listening to techno. Great time. Wish I could go back. A guy had fun making a map when they remember every little detail. Yeah, dude, I love this. I live for this stuff. I just do. Yeah, Funk Light is so addicting. Oh yeah. I feel like I should just experiment with that more. Because something about how gold source lighting just clashes with one another. Hmm. There'll be more of that later. I'm gonna go over it. Now I talked about this one last time. So I'm not gonna talk about it super much, but this was DE Snowtown. It's just a big city. It's kind of like it's like Nipper's big city, but with no cars, and all the buildings are climbable, which is what I set out to do with this level. I wanted an Xmas style map that you could just climb all the buildings, you could parkour, and I think it was just kind of neat. And I remember I specifically made this map because around this time Condition Zero had came out, and it was like winter break. Me and a buddy, I had a buddy come over, and we had two computers set up in my basement, and so I kept like uh making versions of this map, and we kept like playing it against the bots and just having a great time. So this map's super special to me. I just remember being so cozy, just like making a bunch of different versions of it and just like killing my buddy over and over again. So awesome. And the bot and I remember being super impressed by how well the bots navigated the the layout, because I at that point we had like some pretty stupid pod bots, and from what I understand, the guy who created pod bots, he got hired by, I don't know if it was Valve or whatever the third party company was that was working on Condition Zero, but they hired him to do the bots. And so it was like those bots were like cutting edge. Like there was no Counter-Strike had never seen bots quite like that before. So okay, see you later, Tychus. Reminds me of HNS. I'm not sure if I know that one. Reminds me of AS Oil Rig for some. Like oil. All right, so now let's go to a boring map. I'm not like a super big fan of dust maps, so I don't know why I made this. But I made a dust map. I've made a few dust maps actually. So this one is DE Dust TMP. And as you can guess, what's up, Bad Medic? How are you, buddy? Nice. Can be here after I missed the last stream. Yay. I'm glad you're here, bud. It's just a DE Dust kind of map with TMPs. That's all. It's just a kind of a stupid level. I remember I uploaded this to Game Banana and people like roasted it. They were like, "This sucks," and I was like, "Yeah." And you know what? I think one of the reasons why I made some of these stupid maps at this stage, I think this was like 2005. I started making just a bunch of stupid levels What's up, Spaghetti Wizard? Because I wanted to get points on Game Banana, right? Because if you notice on that website, every time you upload something, you get like a certain amount of points. Or I don't, and what do the points mean? What do they do? I don't. They like do nothing. But I was addicted. I had like a dopamine rush every time I upload like a new spray or a map. And you got a lot of points for uploading a map. So I just I'd be making this bullshit, and I put it up on the website, and I get a bunch of points, and people would roast it. But it's like whatever. I got the points, so it's such a stupid thing. But gosh, awesome. It was an exploit of mine, the young little mapper. I bet at least 50% of fan-made maps use dust texture. I think you're right. I mean, it's just everyone wants to make a dust map. And I think as far as like a beginner level, you should make a dust map, right? I mean, it makes so much sense. It's so simple and easy to work with. You got like 4 different textures. Here's like the dirt. It's like the brick wall and this like sort of, I don't know, chiseled whatever, and the crates. That's all you need. That's all you need for a dust map. It's awesome. So this map sucks, but that's cool. It's kind of cool. I think that's a bomb site. Oh no, yeah, it is. But oh, you can't even plant the bomb? Oh man. Oh, a little crazy. How'd you mess this up, dude? Oh my god. You can't even plant the bomb? Oh man. How did you mess that up, dude? Oh my god. Whoa, I didn't even realize that. Wow, that's sad. That's sad. Hey, I was 13 at this point. Pretty sure I was 13. Okay. Hey, I messed up. I'll drop the ball on that. You remember me from Game Banana? Yeah, I can't remember how popular I was on that site, but there were like a few names. There was a name I saw the other day, Birdman. I was like, man, I haven't seen that name in forever, and I played CS with him just like a few days ago. I don't know, 2 days ago. Interesting. Okay, now we're gonna do something stupid. We're gonna go to a stupid map I made. They're all stupid up to this point, to be honest with you, but this one's extra stupid. Do you guys like the show Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Do you guys like that show? You know, show on Adult Swim? What do you think? What do you think of this? Is that sick or what? Right? Here's a classic scene. Here's where Meatwad would sit and watch TV. Here's the kitchen where Drippy. Oh, Drippy. Right? Okay, there's Meatwad's room. There's probably Frylock's room. Okay. And you know, we have to go next door, right? We have to go visit our good friend Carl. Boom. There's the pool. Take a little swim. We're in the pool. Carl's pool. I wonder how many people stopped downloading your maps after this. Yeah, after the DDoS TMP. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was good for the reputation. YouTube connoisseur, hello. Here's Carl's TV. I had to do some like creative interpretation for his house because I don't really remember. Where's the teleport to the moon? Oh yeah. Shoot, that would have been fun. Obviously, I didn't really know what I was doing for this level. I just kind of whipped it up fast. So. That's cool, right? It's cool. So we freaking playing CS or what? Yeah, if you're not, get on the Discord. There's a link in the description, and you can Join up there. I'm gonna start hosting some game nights, and also special shout out to Gold Source Saturdays because they play Counter Strike and a lot of other Gold Source mods. You can just search them up on YouTube, and everyone should join my Discord and the Gold Source Saturdays Discord. We're all tight together. If you want to play CS and stuff. Oh, you were making a Carl. Making a Carl reference. That's funny. Assault Enjoyer. Hello. Okay, so anyway, that's enough of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I feel like okay, get this. Everyone knows Frylock's room, right? Don't you think Frylock's room would make the perfect rats map for CS? I have to be onto something with that. I think it would be perfect. It would be the perfect map. Right? I'm not crazy. I mean, I am crazy. But I think that would be a perfect rats map. So, at this point, one thing I didn't mention about the Aqua Teen Hunger Force map is that I started playing a lot of the specialists in 2004, 2005. So, naturally, I started mapping for the specialists. And does this look a little familiar to you guys? Does the concept of this map look a little similar to something we may have played countless times? That's right. This is a TS Bikini ripoff or CS Bikini ripoff. The name of this one is TS Beach Day. So I'm starting to get a little more advanced now. I can kind of see some real ingenuity popping through for this map here. And I'm using the spike tool here. Look at this archway, right? That's pretty official looking, right? To have like a little cove thing like that. I'm bumping out some geometry here for the walls to make them look a little more impressive. This is kind of goofy. I can spray paint on the the blackness. Yeah, the Spaghetti Wizard, the Specialist, is like one of my favorite games of all time. So here's the backyard, and this is kind of cool because now I'm learning about how to do geometry in Gold Source. And geometry in Gold Source is really hard to do, like terrain geometry. Obviously, I'm not very good at it because sliding, I didn't have this figured out very, very good. But I'm just thinking, like, I remember when I learned this trick, I was like, oh, you have to, like, manipulate each little vertex. And I still didn't have a feel for, like, if you manipulated a vertex point too low, you might just turn it into like a accidental surf map. So you can see that's that's like the issue here. It's so stupid. But yeah, that's obviously what happened here. And then I remember this stupid triangle here keeps like phasing out of existence. You see that? It's like, why? Why is it doing that? And it has that wacky like Gold Source like repeating messed up, like, what is even happening here? It's like, how does this happen? This Gold Source, whatever, magic, dark magic. I have no idea why this happens. What is that? I need an explanation. That's the next thing I need to research. It's just crazy looking. It's voodoo magic. Yeah, Nismo. It's like, you know what? By the way, if you're a Specialist fan right now, you should go play the Specialist roleplay. There's a whole group of guys that have like spent like a whole year working on this server, a new TS roleplay server, and so they're not playing like Mecklenburg or Simi Valley. They're playing on this new map called Fisk City. And they have a Christmas version of the map running right now, and it's just dripping in atmosphere. It's so cool walking through this thing, and Yeah, you can just hop on, you join the server, start talking to people. I recommend it. It's happening right now as we speak. So if you're interested in the specialist role play, load it up right now and join that server and start role playing because those people need you. I think it's like there's like 20 people playing, and then like in like slow periods there's like 5 people there, so it's still active, and I would highly recommend checking it out. Yes. Oh yeah. Once again, yeah, yeah. Check out Gold Source Saturdays. They play a lot of good games there. A lot of good Gold Source games. Always played the lobby level. Yes. TS. That was the best. Yep. Okay. Anyway, so that's the first iteration of TS Beach Day. Now, mind you, this map was supposed to be played in the specialist. So let's check out the next iteration of this map. Okay. Whoa. We're starting to get a little more crazy here. I made some boulders. Where am I right now? Okay, whoa. Whoa. I still didn't figure out draw distance. Can you see how like things are like clipping out? I still didn't have that figured out yet. It's just like a little setting in Valve Hammer Editor that you have to change. All right, look at this. Look at this like geometry here. I was trying to do. That looked kind of cool. Right? I'm still not figuring out how you tie it all together really nicely. It's still kind of blocky. And look, I'm like kind of like stuck. I'm like stuck here. Didn't understand it entirely yet. You can see this like, yeah, because sand really just looks like a big chunky block. It's so funny looking. We got, yep, more chunkiness. All right, we're going into the bikini house. The water dead ass impressed me. I generally didn't think these waves were possible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at these waves. Chrissy, do you remember the HL Mod Science and Industry? I never played that much, but I did play with Gold Source Saturdays, and I was still kind of confused on what I was supposed to do. I do need to play it again, and I never played the Trenches either. That's another one I needed to check out. There was like another like Vietnam one that I wanted to check out too. Oh yo, King Yoshi, how are you? Pretty sure if you just replace that solid, it probably fix 1.6 had funky solid problems. Yeah, it did. I think I probably just carved it and it was all messed up. By the way, you guys should check out King Yoshi's channel. King Yoshi does like a lot of surf map stuff. So if you like surf maps, they got a lot of good surf map content. All right, so yeah, now we're checking out the Cliffy Beach. Nice. Nice blue water. I love that. Love that contrast, that wonderful sand. Art of Evil, Tour of Duty. I couldn't tell you guys. I couldn't tell you. It might be one of those. But my buddy Omaha Man, I don't know if you guys know that YouTube channel. He's like a Gold Source comedian, which is like what a fucking sick title, right? You got Gold Source comedian. uh he made a video featuring that game. Oh, we got a floating pillar here. I think I was getting better as a mapper at this point, but I don't think it's very reflective in this map very well. Look at this crazy terrain too. Oh my god. You can tell I just copied and pasted this. This looks like it belongs on like a Joy Division t-shirt. Doesn't it? Like what's going on here with this? Oh my god, this is like a nightmare to run around on. Oi! Oh man. Is it possible to texture water? Yes, you can do that. Like for example, here on these on this solid here, all you have to do is you just stretch out a big block of this water texture, and then you tie it as an entity to func underscore water, and then it just automatically gives it that sort of like wavy See, like all that movement, that animation. And you can do this with literally any texture. So like if I wanted this rock, if I wanted these rocks to be wavy like water, you could do that, which was so neat. So people would do that for all sorts of stuff like lava and whatnot. And you can choose its transparency. So that's so neat. I love the way it looked. And there was a guy who did a video on water and how much it changed in Gold Source. It's a very interesting video. And it originally was going to be a little more realistic than this. It like wasn't going to look like this at all, but I don't know. I'm happy it turned out this way because I don't know. It has a charm to it, even though it's pretty low fidelity. Anyhow, so that's it for this version of, well, my version of Pat Bites. Yeah, Pat. Shout out to Pat Bites for doing that video. If that was on their channel. So enough of this level. We're gonna check out another ugly level that I made called TS Lego Rats. I believe this is my first time like sort of flirting with the idea of rats levels, and as you know, like my forte is pretty much like being a rats level designer, and obviously this is like a pain in the ass to look at because there's no textures. We actually originally made a WOD for this map. It was me and my friend Yokai, and we made this level to be like, it was like a big coffee table, right, with like sort of like a Lego playset on it, and it's really ugly. And we got so stoked. We were like, "Oh man, this map is so sick!" And we submitted on the specialist mod forum, because back then all these third-party mods had their own forums. So we thought we were so cool. We submitted this map to the forums, and there was this guy. I wonder if anyone here remembers who this guy was, but he had like a Mountain Dew like logo or avatar. He had a Mountain Dew avatar, and he was just the rudest jerk you ever met. He just would just rip apart your maps. He'd insult you. He basically thought you were like inbred if you made like a tiny little mistake. So I remember we submitted our map on the forums, the specialist forums, and he was getting so worked up about how we didn't include the WOD embedded into the BSP. Because as you know, if you've done any level of server management for these Gold Source mods, it's like a super big pain in the ass if they didn't include the WOD with the level, because you have to like make a whole new like .res file and include the WOD with it's all this stupid garbage that you have to do in order to make it so you download the WOD with the map. And then they came out with compiling tools where you could embed the textures into the BSP, so you didn't need to require someone to download the WOD with the BSP. So this guy was just ripping us to shreds. He was like calling us like morons for not for not embedding the textures into the map. And here's what's so messed up about not embedding the textures into your map. So let's say you released your map, and you decide you didn't like upload it anywhere else, and you kind of just let it loose in the wind, and it was like other people's responsibility to share this level. Well, a lot of people didn't understand how these server files worked, right? A lot of people were like, "Oh, well, you just need the BSP to get the map to work, right? You don't need to include the sprites and the models and all sorts of the overview." So you get like your map distributed on all these like sites without the WOD file, and so people would just be like downloading this map, and they try to be playing it, and they like an error would just keep popping up that you require this WOD. So that's why a lot of people were just like so over it with like not including the WOD file in the BSP. It's like you're just screwing yourself over because you couldn't trust anyone to actually distribute your map files correctly. just kind of a logistical nightmare of getting like people to just learn how the what is it the hierarchy of level distribution worked. Like they just didn't have a concept of that. So the reason I asked about texturing water was because I was thinking about texturing the side where the water waves tides on the beach with a white version of the blue water, making it. Yeah, you could. I think you could do that if I understand correctly. I think you can. You can tie just about anything you want to the Funk water and change its transparency and everything. It's awesome. YouTube didn't let me finish that whole sentence. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna go move on to my next map. So this is my cousin's house. And this is a super exciting map for me because I think we were on vacation somewhere, right? And my mom had brought a laptop. And Valve Hammer is like a pretty lightweight piece of software when you think about it. Like it doesn't take up much space. So I put Valve Hammer on my mom's laptop and my cousin sat next to me and we like decided to make his house by memory. So this is like his house. And I think I used condition 0 textures on this bad boy. So you walk in here. He's a piano player, so there's this piano. Look at how creative I got with this piano. And no, crazy dog, you cannot play it. You cannot play it, buddy. But there's the piano, little kitchen. Got some magazines. Now, I love houses. I love houses, especially making them in this engine. I've always been a huge fan of designing little cozy spaces to live, or at most like replicating a living space. I think it's so awesome. This is his office. This is where oh man, I have a good story I want to tell. So this is where I discovered Counter-Strike hacks. I think this was in like 2004, 2003, 2004. My cousin he showed me cheats for Counter-Strike, and I was so blown away. I was like, you can do that? You can like, and he had this thing. I think it was called Ice Blue, was the name of the cheats, and it turned your whole interface like lightly blue. I remember sitting right here, right next to him, and he was showing me these cheats. We like joined like a DE Dust lobby, and he's just destroying motherfuckers with these cheats. And this was like before VAC was a thing, I think, because like this was like the first year Steam was like live. He was showing me this. So I found the cheats when I got home and I started using them. And then I got a message sent to me, like a Steam message. It like said like they detected something in the game, and it scared the hell out of me. It scared the shit out of me because you know if I wanted something, I had to beg for it. You know, I had you like if you got like imagine getting your Steam account banned back then. Like it's not like super easy as a 13-year-old kid to like go out to a Radio Shack and get a new copy of Half-Life, right? You have to ask mom for that. So when I got that message, man, I swore off the cheats forever, and I've stayed clean to this day, baby. Had the texture on the side. Yeah, you see that? That's so funny. Yep. So yeah. Anyway, don't cheat in games, especially in online shooters. I think it was a good learning lesson to have. And I will say this: you shouldn't cheat in the games, but I think knowing what a hacker looks like from your perspective, like playing with the cheats, I think it made me better at identifying a cheater, big time. So before being shown hacks, did you think spin botters were just some people making impressive MLG? I had no idea what hacking was. I didn't even think it was like a bad thing, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, like, wow, you can just get those and like aim at people's heads automatically. Like, why doesn't everybody use that? I didn't know it was like a bad thing, to be honest with you. And then people started talking over the mic like, hey, crazy, you fucking cheater, and I was like, what? Like, why are they? What do you mean I'm cheating? I'm just using my Ice Blue software and I'm destroying people. Like this is normal, right? Everyone's supposed to be having this. But yeah, then I kind of got, after getting like yelled at continually for cheating, then you kind of get the idea. It's like, oh, it's a bad thing to do. So, lesson learned. 13. We're good now. Losing my Steam account was my biggest fear. Yeah, I mean, it is a scary thing when you're 13. Like, that's like that you don't just get new games all the time, right? So, like, and losing Counter-Strike, that's kind of a big deal, because like there was a social cred that came with having Counter-Strike. You know what I mean? Like, if you were one of the kids who was discussing Counter-Strike at band practice, you're kind of a cool guy. You didn't want to be left out. Like, Counter-Strike was like the older brother game. You're a cool guy if you had it. So, used to do the unconnected glitch and let HLSS rip. I don't know what that one is, because I knew it wouldn't convince my parents to buy it. Yep, exactly. Day 4. Hello, by the way. Made them easier to call out. Well, I had a friend in high school who shared cheats with me. I think I tried them out only on my own server. Yeah. Yeah, man, I was taking these cheats like online. I remember I played at a superhero server, and I remember, I don't know if you guys played superhero mod back then, but it was super, super difficult to get any sort of rank on those servers, because people would like, they'd be so high ranked. There's no way you could compete. They're flying around. They're like phasing through walls. They have thousands of health, and like you're just swinging around on a Spider-Man rope with 100 HP and a Glock. Yeah, like you're really gonna like rank up fast, and you're just getting like wrecked in this mod. Yeah, and you're like Crazy Dog said, you're getting wrecked for months in superhero mod. So I loaded up those cheats. I joined the superhero server, and then I remember I remember people being like, dude, are you cheating? And I was like, no, I'm using the superhero bullseye. I was like, you just have to bind his power to a key, you fucking idiots, And then so like they're all like trying to like wipe their like hero configuration in this mod, and they're all choosing bullseye, and they're like, why isn't it working? They're going, why isn't this shit working? Oh fuck. And it's so funny. I remember it's like I was playing on DE Dust 2. I was a T, and you know that like position right on the ramp and spawn where you're like you use the op. I'm using the Krieg, and I'm just waiting for them to fly around the corner, because some of these people, like level 8, you got Batgirl, so they're zipping around the corner, and I'm just headshotting them immediately. And they're going, what the fuck? Because usually if you were a super high ranking player, you're just destroying everyone. So I mean, I was just aiming at their heads, like just popping them. I was having a great time. Anyway, I cheated only once in my life during 1.6, and it was because there was a cheater on the server, and I wanted to give them a taste of their own medicine. I honestly just wish there was like a Hacker Wars version of CS. Like, does that exist? Is there like an MLG version of like hackers like killing each other in Counter-Strike or in games in general? Is that like a thing? do that. I think that'd be really entertaining. You could have disguised your cheats as power-ups. That's exactly what I did, baby. Got the speed bots. Damn, you were a troll. That's right. Iroka. Iroka. Hello. By the way, I don't think I said hello. You. I predicted him covering up himself. Man, this reminds me of the Gmod quit smoking Easter egg thing. It was like you type quit smoking and you'd hear Gmod say no. I haven't heard of that. But anyway, this was my cousin's house. And this map's important because this was the start of me making levels or like people's houses or just houses in general for like a level, which would be very important because just like I think in a year's time I would release Xmas Crazy House, which was my only viral map ever. So, we're moving on. I'm looking at my notes here. At my I think this is the next map that I released, which was Xmas Crazy House. And I'm pretty sure at this point, if you were a Counter-Strike player back then, you probably played this map. And I did talk about it the last stream I did, but we'll just go over it once more. It's a snowy setting. This is the biggest endeavor as far as like a level, biggest mapping endeavor I've ever done. And I wanted it to be impressive because at this point, I had been going to a website called joe.to for a while. And this website was super important to me because it's where Nipper hung out. And if you don't know who Nipper is, he's like the mega famous level designer for Counter-Strike. And I wanted to emulate essentially like one of my favorite maps at the time, which was Xmas Nipper House, and kind of make it my own style. So I made this. I made my house in Valvehammer, and this was a huge endeavor. I mean, this took like months to put together. And at this point, you could tell I was very serious about impressing the guys at joe.to because, I mean, look, this is a big step up from what I was doing. You know, just like the last map I showed you. This is like a huge step up. So I'm paying attention to like the thickness of walls, and there's little details like this, you know, garage contraption. Making a house that with this many brushes and all this detail is like it's a very difficult thing to do. You're trying to manage proportions and the spacing. It's like it's is a very difficult thing to do. And I invite you to try and just make your room if you want a taste of how much of a challenge this is. Just make your own room. Oh, let me just do something real quick before we have you guys seen this map? Have you guys seen this level? Look at this shit. This is incredible. This is what I was just there's this 1999. He made this in December 1999. Have you seen this? This is like incredible to me. Look at how much detail this guy did. Try making your room in Hammer. This is what everyone should aspire to do. This is insane looking, isn't it? I forgot I had this map, and I was like, wow, this is super impressive stuff. The lights are interactable. Look at this little... Do you see that little sprite? This is so beautiful. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Oh, nice little desktop. Is that Windows 98? So awesome looking. This is so cool looking. Love all the deal. Ooh, opposing force. He's got Tomb Raider. Oh man, it looks so cool. Every little nook here has like something just wonderful to look at. Got a little alarm clock. Oh man, you got 2 more PCs. Wonder what's going on in this room. What do you need all these PCs for back then? Look at this. This is incredible looking, isn't it? Turn the lights off. Ooh. Ooh, I think I want to do that in my room. Little red lamp like that. So neat. I love it. It's so cool. And the name of this map, by the way, it's like a V. That Vang VANGEDE. I have no idea where you're gonna download this from. Probably off 17 buddies, but immaculate detail for a gold source map. So cool. Fidelity, amazing fidelity. Oh, there's the front door. Oh man, incredible looking. Got the bathroom. Oh, that was sweet. Is this European? Does this seem European to you guys? Seems very European. Like Dutch, maybe. Anyway, just thought I'd showcase this. Just thought I'd showcase this real quick. This is a amazing find. I discovered like I don't know if, like I think it was like 2 years ago. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Oh, these little candles. So cool. I love stuff like this. Just beautiful. Just fucking just so beautiful. This could be in VR chat. It really could be. How big is this? Let's see. I could tell you here in a second. Uh, hmm. Bang. Probably a lot. But anyway, this looks better than some source maps. Yeah. Wow, it does. It cracked me. I love this kind of thing so much. Me too, dude. Doesn't it make your brain just like fire on all cylinders? Like I'm just looking at these chairs and I'm like, God damn, that looks awesome. Does have a little bit of overlapping here, but I don't know. Just something. I like this room here. Whoops. This room here is just so beautiful. Look at that. It's about 4.85 megabytes. Crazy dog. European in the bathroom. Ah, ha, 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 ha. This guy's such a joker. Looked up the map on FP's band. Apparently, this guy's first map. Wow. My author's from Denmark. I was close. Close. They're about a hop and a skip away from each other. Yeah, 20-year-old map looks amazing. Gold source realistic maps are better than source realistic maps. You know, honestly, I don't think I've really seen a whole lot of realistic source maps, but I'm sure they're out there. Okay, crazy house. I know it's like kind of like a dump in comparison to that, but anyway, this was a super important map to me. It's nowhere near as impressive as what we just saw by any measure, but I really wanted to impress the joe.to guys and Nipper, of course. I actually have no idea if Nipper ever played my map, but I'm pretty sure he's seen it or at least heard about it, and that would mean a lot to me. Idiot Sync, what's up, dude? How are you? This is a cool stream, crazy. I had to watch a couple minutes, but it's been so nostalgic. Yep. Yeah, I remember we probably played on this map together. Oh, good times. Couple compile times sucked hell. Yeah, they did. They were probably a lot of time spent on compiles. I actually like playing these simpler maps more than the super detailed stuff. Yeah. What this map just came back? This is my house map. This is Xmas Crazy House. So, yeah, I've probably said this like 3 times now, but yeah, I really wanted to impress the joe.to guys, and I wanted to, create my own Xmas Nipper house style map. And I think it turned out pretty good. I started really trying to pay attention to details, and you can see my skill is very obviously leveling up at this point. I'm taking much more time, attention to detail. Yeah, walls are not like super thin anymore. There's actual thickness to the walls. I'm paying attention to something as simple as this window pane sill, right? This is now wood, right? Whereas most people would they wouldn't even retexture that. But I did. I was thinking about stuff like that at this point. Didn't do it here, so I, caught myself, but yeah, like you could tell like this was like a huge leap, and I was starting to become a refined young gentleman with this level. And I think after this map, I started just really having a much more confidence and kind of getting like a better feel for what a map should be and how it should look and its aesthetic. Here's a thin wall. Guess I lied, didn't I? But yeah, I was starting to look like a little more confident uh, after this one. So I've talked about that one enough. I want to go show off these stupid surf maps real quick because they're really unimpressive. So surf maps came out around this time. See ya, Cash. Okay, see ya, idiots. Inc. Thank you. Dipper is a legend. Yes. Been playing 1.6 again with my online group friends recently, and we set up a poke server, and we play mostly old maps on purpose. Hell yeah. Oh, and 1.5 and 1.0? Yeah. There's also a beta 6.5 group that plays every Friday. You should check that out if you want old school CS action. The guy's name is Silver Soldier on YouTube. He always streams it. Anyhow, surf maps became a thing at this point in time, and I realized that there was no surf map called 1337. Here's my name. Here's my name in the spawn. Oh my god, and it's such a terrible level. This is it. This is the whole surf map. Hey guys, look at how wonderful this is. Oh gosh. This is the worst surf map ever created. Like what is even going on here? And that's it. You beat the level. That's the end of it. So I thought it was so cool that like I had the first surf 1337 name for this map, and I took it when it should have been something cooler, to be honest with you. It really should have been a cooler level, but I just wanted to be the first. I was telling you, I was like a little jerk back then. I was a little jerk, you know? I just like uploading shit to Game Banana for the points. It wasn't a good situation. So yeah, this is Surf Fleet. And then I think I made another surf map called Surf Crazy. Let's see if I can find that. I wonder what this is. I don't remember what this is. Okay. Let's see. Got a lot of mysteries here. Oh my god, there's a door and okay, we're going down here. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. So this map sucks. I never made a very successful surf map, but maybe I'll still do that one day. I do like surf maps. They're just really tiny in Gold Source because you don't really have like a whole lot of size. I think Source Engine surf maps are like the way to go if you want to do a surf map. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to some more put together levels where I was trying harder. DE Comment. I was like would come up with weird names for maps. And this one is like some sort of Eastern Bloc town. Trying to make here some laundry. But you can tell, I don't know, I'm starting to level up. I remember this rug here has this sort of ramp to it. I was like, oh, that's such a sick stylistic touch, dude. It's like, why? But I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool looking. Got a little traffic barriers. And here we're doing the terrain now. The terrain looks pretty good. Got a little building. I miss scrims pugs during Game Surge IRC days. I never did a lot of scrimming. I adored that blurry dots skybox that looks like it's been stretched. Yep, I think it's called space. It's weirdly comforting. Yeah. Yes, it is an actual rug. Got a little fountain here. My nice icy blue water. And just some more building space. I don't think there's anything super special about this spot. Played the beginner's guide. One of its themes is exploring old game maps. No, I haven't. Is something you can link? I'd be interested in checking it out. Sounds like right up my alley. And then I remember this was like one of the first maps I sampled a loop for. I stole some like flamenco guitar thing off the internet, and then I put it in Goldwave and like made a loop in the background. So I thought that was kind of neat. See if I can boost the audio here. Oops. It's the old. Whoop. A little too loud. Right? Pretty sweet. So that was kind of neat. People who made Stanley Parable. Was that the one that sends you to Rocket League, etc.? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that. Yes. Yes, exactly. It was supposed to be like Italy vibes. Exactly. You got it. Got this weird doorway that you can't like walk through. But notice that like that's all this map is, and it's kind of a crappy layout because you don't really have a whole lot of. It's just like one narrow thing. Kind of sucks. All right, now we're gonna go to another map, and this one I have a few different versions for, so we're gonna explore all those. I haven't looked at these in a long time too, so very curious. Restra, DE Restra. I would just come up with like weird names. I'm not sure what they what they meant or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I would make up weird names. This one has a nighttime theme. It's kind of neat. So we got a little campground here. Ooh, 3P90. Walking into this room here. It's like a cargo space. Don't think any of the crates are destructible. Maybe this one. Yeah, that one is. All right, got a loading zone. Of course, that doesn't explode when you shoot it. It should. Look at that. Look at this detail. How rich that is. Like, what is this? Where was my mind when I was like creating this, whatever this is? What type of contraption is this? It's like, I don't even know what I was thinking. Just weird. So all this is just Half-Life textures. Nice. Ooh. Flashbang. It's like a random building here. And these street lamps. I felt so cool like making these. Kind of like basking in them. These things are so aesthetic. Love them. Okay, another rundown building. I seem to like doing that a lot. That seemed to be like a really popular thing for me for some reason. So I guess I just really enjoyed that. Yeah, here it is again, like some rundown sort of buildings. This is just like an interesting little like what's going on here with this? I can't tell exactly what I was trying to do. So I have this brick stick thing holding up this copper sheet, and the copper sheet is attached to a rope. And And the rope is anchored to this cliff, and it's just kind of suspended. Like, what? And it's unexplainable. But damn, does it look cool. I have no idea. Okay. Got a big ravine here. Looks kind of nice. And you can hear little crickets. I don't know if you can hear that. Crickets here. Okay, let's go down here. I think this just connects back to the truck. Yep. There we are, and that's the whole map. So let's check out the second version. Restra 2. Those type of lights are essential in Half-Life. They really are. There's like those kind of like boob lights that I made. Ah, so nice when the mapper adds the ambient sounds. Yeah, I think I was flirting with some ideas in regards to that, to this map. I think that it's ambient sound and sprites are so important as a level designer. Okay, so we've expanded here. Ooh. The floor is all broken here. Okay. Here's another construction site, because obviously this is how a new construction building looks, obviously, right? Like every house, everyone knows a good house starts with 2 vertical beams and some sheetrock, right? Every house starts this way all the time, right? It's like, what is even going on here? I don't know. I was having a good time, obviously. Okay, so here's this house, and I loved making houses. Ooh, it's moody in here. It's kind of creepy looking, actually. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of creepy. It's dingy in here. Also, why would there be all this detail in this house and like all the rest of the map is where you're going to be spending most of your time? Just kind of seems a little silly. Like as like a design aspect. Always like night maps, but they were never popular. Yeah, they weren't very popular. Oh man, look at this guy. Hey, Tyler. Militia under construction? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Okay, so this was... I don't think anything really changed here for this beta. So let's go check out... Looks bombed out. Yeah, it does. Let's go check out the beta 3 of this. I think I made this one back in high school, so... I wasn't, like, super good at level editing quite yet, but, I was getting better. Getting better. Let's see. Beta 3. Go to this one. Hey, we got like a nice little radio and a canopy thing. That's new. I think there's like some more lighting now. Interesting. Yeah, there's better lighting, looks like. Hmm. Not much has changed here. I don't think the house is any different. Yeah, all this looks the same. I don't think I did anything in here. No. Nothing different here. There's this. Oh. There's like you can climb this rope here. That's kind of neat. Got these sandbag barriers. I don't know. Not much has changed. Okay. Well, that's it for that. Oh, let's see. Those types of deals are common back then, even in official maps. Yeah, they were. They were like these like big. You had these spaces where there was like so much detail packed into like this one little section of a map, and it's like no one even goes there. So it's like why make that? But people were just having fun, and it actually kind of like seeing that like big house there and all this detail just kind of just packed away in the corner. It's like kind of reminding me of like the design philosophy because for a long time, a lot of early Counter Strike maps were like that. And I think that's because a lot of people were still trying to figure out what the game, what did they want Counter Strike to be? Because like when we think about Counter Strike today, it's like you have a bomb, you go to this one spot, and you plant that bomb, and you defend it or you defuse it. You know, like that's like okay, you think of Counter Strike, okay, it's a bomb game. We're playing the bomb game. But back then, you know, you had assassination, you had escape, you had the hostage rescue, and you had bomb defusal. And people didn't exactly know what their favorite Counter Strike game mode was. They didn't know exactly like is this what the type of Counter Strike we want? And then eventually, you know, escape and assassination kind of stopped being so prominent. I mean, you can still play them in 1.6, but you know, the bomb defusal maps were like favored. And so when when the game was in that sort of flux state, people were like, "Oh, well, you know, this is like an arcadey action thing. Let's just put some bunch of details in this portion of the map, and like that's just fun. We'll just leave that there." And then they just ended up becoming like default maps for the game, you know. And then like as people started playing the game more, and like people wanting more DE maps because they were more refined, you know, that's when like all this like weird like random detail and like one portion of the map stopped like just kind of like disappeared, and everything became a little more functional. Like you notice whenever you play like default maps today, like it's always every like room kind of serves this purpose, and if it doesn't serve a purpose, then it's like it's probably not going to be a fun map to play, you know. Did you recreate your house like how other mappers did? Yeah, I just if you go back in the stream, Desolance, you can see Xmas Crazy House, which was my one map that went viral in Counter-Strike 1.6. So, pretty unique stuff. Like for sure that's not how real construction sites are, but see that player and go, "Yep, this is a construction site." Yeah, exactly. You can see this and be like, "Yeah, this is a construction site." At least this was still early days of online FPS 2. The science wasn't fully established yet. Yep. I missed the VIP game mode. Yeah. We last stream I did, we played AS Crazy Tank 3 and I tried flipping the tank, and honestly, just what a great thing. I love the assassination game mode. It's so much fun to play. We should do a game night real soon and play like all the Crazy Tank maps because that's just like so much fun. A lot of experimentation in early CS. That's right. And yeah, you can tell by a lot of those early levels, and even like, gosh, there's this one map. There's this one map that 3D Mike made. You guys got to check this thing out real quick. We're just gonna look at it real quick. Gosh, I don't know the name of it. I think it's a CS map. Okay, but as you all know, 3D Mike is like the level designer for Counter Strike. Okay, like as far as like the custom map guy goes, like just an incredible level designer. But even he had moments where it's like what is being made here? So check this level out. It's a super dark level. So that's like your first indication that it's like not going to be a super amazing thing. He's got like these weird decals and stuff. Like I don't even, is this a movie poster? He's a Dutch guy, so this might be something from the Netherlands. Got the A team. This is just like the weirdest level I've ever seen. Random hostage placement. Also note, okay, there's like random explosions happening. Notice I also have a bomb, so it's a CSDE map. Lean, what's up? Um, like what? I don't even know what's going on here. So you have like this big forest here, right? It's supposed to be. I feel like I'm getting like Predator vibes. And then like if you go up here, there's like this hidden sort of like tower going on. I have even no idea what's going on in this level. Right? And this is a pretty early map. So what I'm just trying to illustrate here is that like people were people were experimenting with a bunch of different ideas for early Counter Strike, and a lot of these like custom map guys, you never knew what they were going to come out with, and you also never really knew what was going to become popular. Like it was such a mystery. Like when DE Dust 2 came out, I mean, that guy probably had no idea that it was going to just become like the FPS map. He had no idea. He probably had no idea. So back in the CS Central days, 3D Mike was awesome. Yeah, I went back and read his interviews. It's like it's amazing hearing his perspective and takes on everything. I love looking through his maps. Okay, so we're gonna go back. A lot of CS map makers love the A Team. Squall, for example, yeah, Nipper, Squall, 3D Mike, they all have A Team references in there for some reason. Does look cool. Yeah, CS Woods does look cool, but it's definitely like a super goofy map. Now I tried making my friend's house. So this is a buddy of mine. This is his house. So I think this is like 2005 or so. 2005, 2006. And I'm really into like designing houses. So, man, just walking through these front doors, man, I spent so many nights here, so many late nights eating pizza and drinking diet sodas and this Alienware, dude, this thing. I went on eBay recently trying to find the case, this like exact case, because I wanted to remake, I wanted to put modern PC equipment in this freaking case. This thing was so sweet. I forget what it's called, an Aurora, but my god, this thing was such a beast. So he had an Alienware, and we'd play CS, and he was one of the first people I knew with I think it was a 16 by 10 monitor. Okay, for a lot of you out there, like we played on 4 by 3 monitors for like a long time, a super long time. I was stuck on a 4 by 3 for like probably up until 2009, maybe. Yeah, long time. I was stuck on a 4 by 3 monitor playing at 1280 by what, 720? I don't know, or whatever, 800 by 600. Yeah, something like that. Long time. What did my friend think of this map? I don't remember what he thought, but yeah, that PC right there was so sick. And then he also had a ThinkPad laptop, so we'd sit back to back and just like run sets against each other all day, playing TS Bikini and like exploring custom maps. It was so much fun. Got a little red nook here going through in the little attic space. Come on, door open. Open. Oh, it's you have to press E on it. My bad. This is a bedroom. Ooh, look at this. Look at the actual curtains for a window for the shower. Dude, nice. That's so ridiculous. Amazing. I adore opaque walls with tree textures on the limits. Yeah, I love that. Like how they border maps like that with that just kind of blocky and like yeah, there's something so warming about that. But after D2 in 2003 is kind of where Diffuse solidified itself as the main mode. Yeah, that's true. Like around the Steam time, I think, yeah, that's what I remember. Lot of Diffuse maps. And CS maps were still there in 2003, but I think the fervor as far as the community was concerned was like they greatly favored DE. I love how in this level like you can turn off the lights in it. That's so neat. I put a little custom texture in here, GTO. So neat. Love it. Windows XP, baby. There's a story behind that, but I can't recall it. Just exploring this. I remember there's like a little hatch here. Oh, down here in the main, right? So there was a front door. There's the Alienware. Got that cherry oak piano. Hmm. Yeah, so it's a little simple map. I like it. Did you see Squall's 2020 remake of Walmart? He put the A-Team van in it and can play the song. Oh yeah, I think I did see that. Was that for Go? Was that a Go? Yeah, you see the GTO mangas. I never read that. Is that any good? I'm not like a huge. I like anime, but I don't watch it that often. And I've read a few mangas, but I'm not good at keeping up on it. I wish I had more fervor. Oh, 1.6 is for Christmas. Okay, I got to check that out. Huh. May gotta make a note of that. Okay, moving on to the next map, Xmas Street. I showcased this last time, but this was like me getting a little bit better with mapping, and I'm using the ENV Snow, which is so cool. I mean, it just makes every level kind of drip with atmosphere. See what I mean? Don't you just feel like such a badass just kind of wandering through like this lonely alleyway with these street lamps? It is just aesthetic. So cool. So cool. So neat. You know, I mean, I feel like I should be smoking. I feel like I should be smoking. You know what I mean? Look at this. So sick. I love it. You know, got this like dingy little alleyway here. Oh man, so cool. This map, I don't really have much to say about it. I feel like I would have moments where I would just kind of like create spaces and then I'd interconnect them instead of actually having like a theme for a level. So yeah, you know, I would make like an area here. I wanted something dingy, and then you know I'd try to like patch everything together, and I don't know. This isn't a super spectacular level by any measure. So, but I had fun with this, and I already talked about this one last stream. It's nothing amazing. There's a little hole here you can jump down, go into this bunker thing. Just there's not a lot of cohesiveness to it, unfortunately. A lot of it just design wise makes no sense. Like, okay, now I'm in this house, now I'm in a sewer, now I'm back in the city. I don't know what I was doing, but and I remember I originally designed this for a clan. I had this clan I was friends with, and I was like, let me make you guys a clan map. And can you imagine? Can you imagine you have like some guys like, dude, I want to make you guys a clan map, and then they get this. I'd be pissed. I used to love exploring random servers, playing non-standard maps. Sadly, they were often empty. Yeah, yeah. I would do that too. I would just hit the refresh on like the server browser, and then I would just look for like weird map names. Just join them. That was back in the day when I feel like it was kind of safe to do that. Now I think twice about connecting to servers on Counter-Strike. Also, this server browser is kind of messed up lately. You guys notice that for 1.6? Like it's always been kind of screwed up, but now it's like especially bad. Like I hit refresh and it's like every server's like immediately fake. What's going on with that? A lot of bot servers. Edis Liado, how are you? Yeah. Also playtest of Squall's new Halloween version of Walmart. It's still pretty dark. Okay. Yeah, I need to check that out. Passion got snow on top of it. Yep, I tried to pay attention to details. These houses were still my biggest map making weakness. I always ask myself how people make these textures. Do they walk around their city and take photos of it? I think that's what I can't recall, but I think 3D Mike had a friend who took photos and sent them to him. But yeah, I think most part it's like you take a back then what I did is I had a 3 4 megapixel digital camera that would save photos to an SD card. And then I had like some USB device that you plug the SD card into, and then you plug it in the computer, and you get all the JPEGs. And then you take it to Photoshop, and yeah, just make all the textures, the dimensions you want, and make a wad out of it. And that's how I learned to do it. I'm sure there's other methods these days, but I remember there was like I posted in my Discord a while back a website that'll auto generate textures for you if you wanted them. Like looping textures too. So like you can see like this wall how it kind of loops, or this wood loops. Like it'll loop it perfectly for you. And I know people like hate AI stuff right now. I really don't mind AI generated art. Me personally, but I think it's like if you need textures and you're making a level and you kind of want to get the feel of like what you're making, using AI like assets is like a great thing for that. Because I don't know what you guys, but I like every time when I loaded up a source game and there was a level with that orange box shit, I hated that. I hated that all that grid stuff. Like I was like, well, how are people like looking at this crap all day? Like it's just like driving me nuts. It's like this orange grid and like gray grid stuff. And I'm like, this is so uninteresting to look at. Uh, so every time I would make a level, I would always texture everything, and I feel like you just get a better idea, and you're like, it's just more satiating when you're like making the art to have it textured and looking good. I think it's like a slower process. Like you can't block out. I understand why people use dev textures because you can kind of flesh out an idea faster that way, but it feels better when you're really seeing that metal on the wall, or those bricks there, that snow at your feet. Just if there's something more impactful about that as you're making it. The color of the clay. And we're making. Oh yeah, I saw that you posted that. Based on CS Salt, and it does look good. I didn't leave you a message back, but I was saying those tunnels you did look really good. It's a really good geometry. Yeah, even Valve themselves took pictures in RL and made them into textures. Yep, I remember seeing the video about the gal they hired, and she took all those photos, and just actually seeing the photos was like nuts to me. I couldn't. I was like, how many? Think about all the years we've been looking at the Half-Life WAD. All of those textures are like I should like fucking tattoo them on my back, you know? Like they're like a part of my soul. And so seeing the actual full fidelity photo of those textures was like it's so uncanny. There's something so bizarre about it. I think it was easier back then too. Simple geometry, you slap repeating texture on. Yep, and it did look decent. Right, Sinawa, what's up? Yeah, well, the maps use the dev textures are just lazy. Even using random images downloaded from the internet would be better than that. Yeah, and like I know I was like kind of negative about like the orange texture thing. Like I want to say again, like I do recognize the utility of that. I just don't like it. Okay, I just don't like it. And don't get me wrong, like I remember playing like Dave Defeat Source and like spending hours like killing each other on like orange maps or whatever. It's fun. Like there you can have fun on those maps. It just looks stupid. That's all. That's all. Moving on. Next map. So, where are we going now? We're going to DE Crazy Dust. Where is that? We need the K. Crazy Dust. So, I made another dust map. I haven't explored this in a long time. We're here. But it's starting to, this looks pretty good for a spawn point. Yeah, I think this looks pretty neat. Look at the rockiness of the cliffs. I think this is as good as it gets for, pretty a high school aged level designer. right? We're got some moody nooks and crannies here. Looks like there's a bunch of branching paths here. This is pretty nice. Kind of narrow. Got like a really good dusty looking room. This is like just seems like it belongs in the dust world. Got the wonderful archways. Like you have if you're gonna make a dust map, you have to do the arches. I don't hate dev textures on work in progress maps. Yeah. Ooh, a dust map with a dark skybox. That's the I think I left the skybox out, and so the last map had this space skybox loaded, so I think it just overlapped and loaded onto this. I can't be sure though. But yeah, this is I think I made this back in high school again. And I don't know if I ever played this online, but this is kind of interesting staircase. Is this like crate? That's a crate texture. I think that's a crate texture. Okay. I still don't really know the layout here. Okay, we have a bomb site here now. Oh, look at this. This is kind of Oh, that's sweet. That's a cool Ooh, that's cool. You know what this reminds me of? Do you guys remember the N64 game Empire Strikes Back, and there's that level where you're on like the speeder bike and you go through that like dusty town? That's what this little ravine, this whole area reminds me of that Star Wars level. Doesn't it? I don't know, something about this like kind of cozy like little like hallway here. It's just really Star Warsy. I don't know. It's supposed to have a night skybox, or is it bugged? I think it's just bugged. Yeah, it's just loading in the previous skybox from the last map. Yep, the stretch textures. That's right. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, a little. I don't even know. Little hallway here. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, let's go up this rope. It's a really weird dust map, isn't it? At least, but here's what I'll say. As far as a dust map is concerned, this is kind of cool. Because I think most dust recreations or maps that use dust textures, they're not, I don't know, this has like kind of like some character to it. This has some flair. Here's another bomb site. Let's see. Okay, you can go down here. Oh, weird. Okay, can you plant the bomb down here? No. I don't know. This is like the layout's kind of confusing. I would actually be kind of curious to see how this plays. Probably do a game night on this. Very interesting looking level. Can you throw the bomb down? Oh, I should. Let's go do that. Good idea. Let's go do that. That sounds awesome. I want to try that out. Despite the skybox being bugged, I think it still looks cool as a dust map with dark. Actually, I think you're right. I think this space skybox works pretty good. Probably keep it. Oh, should check out the RMF again. All right, here, let's throw this bomb down here. Oh, nope. We gotta aim it just perfect. Oh. Wait. Oh no. All right, we can do this. We can do this. Kobe. All right, this is tricky to do. All right, there we go. Shigao. There's no way to get that back. Yeah. You just found an exploit there, bud. Did I even get this back? Where did it go? Oh my god, I think it's in the ether. That's kind of neat. So, do you guys like going underneath the maps? Kind of neat, isn't it? Doesn't this look crazy? How does this make you guys feel? Hmm. This makes me feel like I'm in like another world, like sort of whole new reality, right? I feel like this is where like you are before you're born. This is what it looks like before you come out of your mama. this this is it, guys. This is what it looks like. The underside of DE dust. That's what it looks like before you're born. Now you know. Now you know. This is what the Aether realm looks like. It's really cool looking, isn't it? Did you know that you can do this in FY Pool Day? Um, I haven't uploaded this anywhere. I'll pop it up in my Discord if I remember to after this. It's probably to have a black faces showing under the map like that. What about or Celerons? I don't know. Sorry, I can't follow that one. This is why we are crying. Yes, yes, yes. Is a bad medic. This is exactly why I'm crying. Okay. Anyway, we're uh we're moving on to the next one. We'll have to play this one. That's just DE Crazy Dust. I didn't get very creative with that. The title of that. Okay, KA Hoof. Now, if I remember correctly, I started getting very experimental with my level design, and this was a cool one for this reason, in particular, right? What could possibly be going on with this map? What is this? Check it out. Third person CS, dude. That's right. Third person Counter-Strike knife map. What? This is so hard to play. Have you ever heard of this before, guys? Kind of neat. Kind of neat. Now, however, have I ever tested this map? Yes. Does it work? Does everybody get stuck in third person? No. And I can't remember the reason why. I think it was because there's one singular camera that can be controlled at any point in time. So, yeah. I don't think it works. But I'm interested in exploring the concept again. I feel like this would be really cool as a server plugin. Because this concept is just really really neat for Counter Strike. Like I think third person Counter Strike would be really interesting to play. Don't you think? Like if fucking Zoomerified it, Fortnited it. I feel like that would be really really fascinating. But yeah, I remember kind of getting a little bit experimental with game types and like part of the reason why I wanted to do this was because, well, first off, I didn't really like the default game of Counter Strike, which is probably why I don't really play a lot of like CS2 or play a lot of Go. I don't really like default Counter Strike that much. Counter Strike to me was always about doing custom content, and so this map was an excuse to try and shake Counter-Strike up and kind of make like my own genre in the game. So I thought, oh man, well this would be like really sweet, right? What if like third person knife arena hot on? Wouldn't that be pretty sweet? Right? That would be like pretty awesome. But unfortunately this idea didn't really go far. But yeah, it's definitely a big ode to how I preferred to play Counter-Strike because I wanted the custom maps, I wanted goofiness, I wanted kind of not take the game so seriously. A lot of people who were drawn to Counter Strike were like, kind of into like the Cal competitive environment, and I don't know, I just never really wanted to do that much. So this map just reminds me of, I don't know, how I played Counter Strike a little more differently. And I really wish this was like a thing, but I have to come back and explore it. I'm sure there's plugins for that now. How the server's name is Hell's Kitchen. Oh, sorry. I think I You can only do this map if it's run by Skybox, right? Yes, that is true. Lean. Are you the programmer, Lean? Are you the same Lean? If so, what's up, dude? Thanks for fixing all the roleplay stuff in the specialists for my buddy Demente. Oh, okay. Hey, it is you. What's up, dude? We we think you're basically a god, by the way. I don't know if you know that. We're like we are sucking you off, dude. Fucking you saved that server single-handedly, by the way. Anyway, you can probably get this working with an AMX plugin. Yeah, probably. I think something like that exists. So, does it use the same camera entity as the security? Yes, it does. Cinewa. It does use the same camera entity. Like over-the-shoulder third-person camera. Yeah, that would be fun to see. Yes. Exactly, Edis. I think what would be really cool is a third-person Counter-Strike with capture the flag. Wouldn't that be fun? And all the weapons are like laser accurate. That'd be so much fun. You just respawn. This reminds me of an adventure map from a Russian fun server where you jump into the TV and you do a jump map style Mario game. Oh, really? I think I've seen something like that, Bad Medic. If it's on Game Banana, I probably saw it. I think a CSDM gun game, one more fun. Yeah, gun game's so much fun. I remember when that came out and people went ape shit over that. There was in retrospect that I enjoy to see was really just making custom map models and skins and playing custom maps and community servers. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think like Counter-Strike 1.6 is like turned so many people into artists because like custom content was everywhere. You know, it just inspired you to kind of experiment. I love that about it. Damn, you made a lot of maps. Yeah, I did. I don't even know how many I'm at right now. I think I'm at 20 maps I've showcased so far. A lot of stuff over the years. If it doesn't exist, we can make it. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know all the logistics on it, but yeah, I'd have to think about what I want third person CS to look like, but I don't know. I figured that the camera movement looked familiar. Yeah, it's basically just the camera entity in Hammer. I forget what it is. Trigger camera, I think. Probably on Game Banana. Yeah. I'll look that Russian map up. It's a bad medic. Oh, a third person KZ map that works. Huh. I don't know if I've heard of that. That'd be kind of interesting. I tried to make a map with a twist on FY a while back. Couldn't get to fully work, unfortunately. All players start with knives at the middle of the map. Weapons are on the outer edge. Because players could either go for knife kills or run for the weapons. Oh yeah, I like that. No, yeah, Yellow Jello. This is like that's what like I loved about level design. Like I think it was like halfway through or like when I became a young adult. Because I started thinking like, okay, we already have like a good basis for all these game types and these game modes, right? But like there's still more we can do. We can always expand. So having like a map or like a new concept you have and like trying to apply it, I'd say this is so exciting to me. Making your own new sort of game mode or twist on a game mode. I just love like that there was so much evolution happening. All right? Like for example, for that one, it's like, you know, it could be a KA map, but it could also be an FY map, you know? It's like I love that like sort of twist. Honestly, one of the most innovative like game modes or maps that I ever saw was that fun all-in-one map. Do you guys know that map? Where like you start in this like glass sort of room thing. Where is that? This map was crazy. This one, everyone knows this map, right? The first person who goes through like the glass gets to pick like which one they want. I think this one is the coolest one to me. The Para machine gun one, because it's like this big like town. This was so cool. But yeah, and they like this to me. This is what Counter-Strike's about. Just like the spirit of this. You know, like what a unique level and like game mode you could say. This one was interesting because it wasn't plug-in based. It was just like this. The map was just raw dogging the game. You know, like This guy just figured out some way to make some like really fun, a really fun new game mode in the level editor. I was like, just genius. It was just genius to me. We reminded me of a more simple time when gaming was bright and exciting, and nostalgia for a feeling we never recaptured because we cannot recapture youth. No, we could not. But we're all here right now, kind of reflecting on it, and it feels pretty good. So that's all I can ask for. When I was thinking of a deathmatch mode, that would be really cool, sort of like Quake 3, where you only spawn with the starting weapon. You have to get better ones across the map. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. There's a concept I had, which I was gonna go review. Let me see if I can find it. It's called Armored Train. And what I was gonna do was I was gonna have it sort of essentially like this map called Cable Cars 3. And I made this big, I was gonna have these big, huge hulking trains side by side. And CTs and Ts started on two different trains, and like you had to fight each other on this big, massive, moving object. So yeah, this is like a train concept I came up with, and it looks like shit. It's obviously not thought out very well at all. But yeah, I thought about a game mode kind of like that where you just fighting each other side by side. But yeah, having like a segmented like cinema, like what you're talking about is like a segmented sort of map where you kind of like you're getting like stronger as you go on and like more fierce as a competitor with like with each like quadrant you get in with different like weapons. I love that idea. That sounds sick. Great maps, Spiritual. What's up? Fun All in One was a great map. I call it a GY map as in gun yard. Oh yeah, gun yard. I don't even remember if I have any GY maps. I have a few. Oh wait, this is yours. These are yours. These are yours. I have these. This is beautiful, by the way. What's up, guys? We're doing a Yellow Jello map review. Welcome. Remember to leave a like and smash that sub button. This map is so beautiful. Oh yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. There's a link in the description. Well, yeah, this is Yellow Jello's map. It looks fucking sweet, doesn't it? Look at this like littering of like the crate. Oh man, it's awesome. I love that. Looks great. I love D Storm is like probably the aesthetically speaking the most intense map outside of Survivor. I think like those are just like as far as atmosphere and gold source, like Storm is like holy crap. That's like some serious business. They really went for mood in those levels. This just looks wonderful. I love this. It feels really warm. It's also interesting seeing Storm textures without rain or the thunder in the background, Love these trucks too. It turned out really cool. Interesting in my hook doesn't have white. I remember there was like some issue with this, like some sort of rendering issue. But gosh, really does look nice. I want a gun game version of this map. Like, really, really. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the model's disappearing. That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm. It is gorgeous. I will definitely join your Discord at some point. Yeah, you should. Come on, pop in there. Learning quick, nice. This map looks pretty cool. I really like the lighting. Yeah, lighting looks great. Yeah, they are DE Storm. DE Storm textures. They are underused. You're right about that. I think you're spot on. Like a lot of people don't use the Storm textures. They're really beautiful. Ian, what's up? How are you? And Miles, hello. I've started so many maps that I never finished, probably more than I finished. Yeah, same thing. I'm showcasing everything that I've ever made in this stream right now, and wow, it's really dark in here. On a light. Sorry about that. I've been sitting in the dark. I didn't even realize it. Uh, mm-hmm. Somehow, yeah, Castle Wolfenstein. I was playing that the other day. I love that game. Plugins are janky, don't work, and all run client side. If anyone has any suggestions on how to get the map working, I'm all in to pick it back up again. Crazy, did you make that crazy Christmas map? Yeah, that's my map. That's my house map. This one? You're probably thinking of this one, buddy. Is this the one? This is my house. Yep. Yes, sir. Let me show you the secret. Let me show you the secret. As I have to, you get on the roof, jump onto this invisible clip, then you go over here, you line up right at the edge of this, and you jump down, and you get teleported to my thank you room. And there's like a surf map kind of section. And then I prank you and I say, hey, haha, all that for nothing. And you jump through it, and you get to the car. And it's a car map. Boom. Yep, yeah, I know that server plays this map a lot. Okay. So now we're gonna go to my next map. The crazy Ent map. Okay. Now, I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with Ent maps, but I spent an insane amount of time on these maps. What is it? What is an Ent map? Like what is so special about this level? It's just a big flat square? Like what? Well, there's this guy named Drunken Fool. I don't know if you guys know him, but he discovered the what is it? The golden frying pan glitch or the golden gun glitch or TF2. He like figured out a way to exploit that so everyone got golden weapons. But before he figured that out, he's like a pretty much like a genius, a programming genius, and he made MetaMod. And MetaMod is like the core of what hosts like AMX plugins and admin OP and like just about every sort of plugin you can imagine for Gold Source and I think Source Engine games. But anyhow, he made a mod called EntMod. That's a plugin for MetaMod, and I have to do some commands to get the Ent mover. Whoops, is that not working? Don't look at my password. Don't look at my password. Okay, well, in any case, I don't know why that's not working. Item plugins list. Maybe EntMod's not running. Oh, it is running. I don't know why it's not working, but in any case, you install this plugin, and underneath the map are these rooms you can enter. And with these rooms, you have all these little objects, and you bring them up to the surface, and you kind of make like a role play environment, a whole role play world. So, I made my own Ent map, and at the time, the biggest, most famous Ent map was the Better Than at Best Ent map 2, and I was just kind of tired of looking at that level. So I made my own level, and I this is my old forums, which is so funny, and my Zune Windows XP, I think. So it could be one of those plugins that only works on dedicated. I know I was playing with it earlier, so I don't know what happened. I mean, actually, I'll just try and restart CS real quick, and I'll see what happens. Because it was working earlier. I'm not sure what happened. I'll try fixing it. See if it does it. There we go. Now it's working. See, sometimes there's just gremlins in the machine sometimes, right? Okay, so now I can really demonstrate how this works. So let's say I want to take this plane up to the top. I just drag it up here. And now I have this movable plane in Gold Source. And by the way, this is pretty crazy stuff. I can't explain to you how. Oh, I was typing it wrong. I typed it wrong. Okay, yeah, my mistake. I must have been having a brain fart. It's been a while since I've played with these commands. This shit was insane. Okay, this shit was crazy because like we didn't have any editors that did anything like live action, right? So if you wanted to make like a level, you had to go into Valve Hammer Editor, create all the geometry, and then you'd have to compile it. And compiling a map could take like hours. So this was pretty neat. You had all of these like objects in these rooms, and you could move them in real time. And this is just like unheard of, right? Because like most people, if they wanted to make something, you had to wait through a compile time. But now you could essentially like live edit a whole level or some sort of scenario. And look at this. I'm making 9/11. 9/11. Okay, sorry. Is that fucked up? Did I do something fucked up, guys? Sorry about that. Okay, anyway. Yeah, you could live edit. You could live edit the map, and that was just like it was just like amazing. Yeah, it would be fun in a certain cancel. I'm canceled now. I'm sorry, guys. I have to make my apology video now. So this was just amazing stuff, and we would spend hours in these servers. I remember there was like a really famous one called Taco Land. Taco Land was huge. He had like multiple servers. They were all in Sven co-op. What's up, Ames? How are you? Find Channel through the Nipper video. I was CC Spoon back that day. Oh, Spoon. My spoon's too big. I remember going to your website. You hosted Nipper's site, didn't you, for a while? But yeah, this was like super amazing stuff. And yeah. Taco Land had a bunch of servers. He was like a legend, and I don't know. This was just a cool take on Ent maps, because none of the Ent mod maps had movable buildings or buildings in them. They had like, you could make a building out of like a few walls and stuff, but mine was special because it had yeah, had buildings. It's kind of neat. I did. That's you? Wow. Amazing. I remember going on your site and watching that. I don't know. I think you had a few. You had that like my spoon is too big thing hosted on there and all sorts of stuff. But good to see you. Welcome back to the roots. I'm just going over all the maps I made for Counter-Strike and other games. I'm sitting here feeding my infant son bottle, and you make a 9/11 joke. Start laughing. I'm sorry, dude. I had to. I had to. Oh, the stop motion videos. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those are on YouTube now. I watched one of them recently. Let's see. What are we doing? God, there was another guy. I don't think it was you who hosted this video. It was called the Awesome Box 3000. Was that Grim? I don't know if you'd know, but I was looking for that video. I don't know how to find that anymore. Awesome Box 300 or something. I don't know if that was hosted on your site, but it was one of those joe.to guys who made that. I don't remember that one. All right, anyway, let's go to one of the next map I made. we're gonna go to Crazy House Beta 1C. Now, I had the opportunity to play this with some friends here, and of course, I had to put the Funk vehicle in. These little scooters, which are really fun. Isn't that awesome? Look at it. It's a special scooter because it's a floating one. It has magic in it, obviously. Schmidt's Toggle was the peak of that community. I don't recall that. I was a really little kid when I was on joe.to. So there was a lot of stuff that escaped me. And actually, like, this is like a good time to talk about joe.to. So I was like 12 or 13 when I discovered that site. And I learned so much about like internet etiquette during that time. Like it was like they were they were really good trolls, and I was such an easy target. Like those people made me cry so much. But I'm thankful for it because after I got hazed on joe.to, I was like I just knew how to handle the internet a little bit better. So it was like I had a real love-hate relationship with the community on joe.to. And there was this whole clan on that website called the Oi Clan, led by this guy named Prost Shocker. And they were just demons. They were just demon people, you know? Like I think one of them, there's like a few of those guys were like real like heavy duty hacker people, you know? So like they had like a bad boy element to them, you know? But yeah, like a part of me wishes I was like just a little bit older and a little more internet versed when I discovered the website, because I don't, it just seemed like a real magical fun time. There was just a lot of like banter and just really good shit talk, and just so much creativity going on on that site. Just an excellent community. Just wish I was just a little bit older so I could have enjoyed it a little better. Blank, but yeah, Blank, like he was like an admin on the site. You joined when you were 13? Yeah, shoot. I guess I was just like I was just a little more immature and maybe a little bit too emotional. Because I think when you're like a little kid on the internet, it's so easy to get like your emotions played with, and I just let people get to me too much. He was there with Prost, yeah. Yeah, but that Oi clan, man, they drove me nuts. I remember I wanted to be in the CC clan, which is Nipper's clan. I was like vying to be in Nipper's clan. So this guy, I forget his name, is like Rampage Warpath, or I don't know what his name was. But he like adds me on Xfire one day, and he's like, "Hey dude, I heard you want to be in the Lemonheads clan, dude. Well, let me get you an invite. Go ahead, put the clan tag on your name, dude." I was like, "Oh my god, this is so amazing! Thank you so much. This is such an honor to be in this clan." And then he just all of a sudden starts messaging me. He's like, "No, you fucking idiot! I'm not really in the clan. You know, stop being such a poser and whatnot." And he's like, started tearing me down. But you know, it's just like the type of stuff you ran into on the internet. You know, it's like people trolling. You know, like it was like kind of fun. And you know what's weird? That wasn't really like a concept. I don't think they called it trolling back then, or not that I observed. I think trolling became like a concept in like more like a global concept in like 2006 or 7. So I don't know. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what being trolled was. I was just like, oh my god, people are being mean to me. But you know, you learn. So Funny Hat Man, Homicidal Ape, and I got in at the same time. Yeah. You had to go through like a training course. That'd be kind of interesting to know about. I know there's a video on his channel of like someone getting yelled at and having to do like this like the CC training level to get into the clan. Back then, it was just a lol internet serious business. Yeah, I remember seeing that the internet serious business. That was like a God, what did I see that on YTMND? My God existed back then. Called it raging. Yeah, I thought about making a video on My God, but I was like, I don't. Are they still around? They still just even mentioning that name like freaks me out. Those guys were intense. Remember, I'd go on their website and I'd see like what the new exploits were for games and like test them myself. That was pretty cool. Bunny Hammer still plays? Okay, nice. Yeah, I never know how often these old joe.to guys pop on, but I miss them. I miss their banter. I miss Harry a lot, and I know he's not around so much. Classic relic of the 2000s. That's right. My God was King Troll. Crazy. Are you in a server right now or just local? I'm on local. My God was scary. Yeah, they were scary. As someone who was too young to be on the internet back then, I would love a video on that topic. Yeah, I don't know how I'd research them. But it is something. It is something I'd entertain. That would be a really really good video. In fact, I feel like that's like for some like bigger YouTuber to cover. Okay, because I'm sorry, they scare me still. Scare me still. I don't have no idea what those people are up to, but they wreaked a lot of havoc on the internet back then. They were scary. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Yes, you might find them. I think some of them are still around. I think I don't know. Or I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that topic much anymore, but I will. I'm kind of curious, so I'm gonna do some googling after this and see if it's worth talking about. But I just knew them from like the Counter Strike, the pwn.nl video. You know that one, which is like kind of a messed up video. You guys remember this like flash animation where it's like that kid? He's like, "Oh my God, I need hacks from Spork, and he's like this like nerd. He looks like that like Wojak character. Do you know what I'm talking about? That Wojak thing? He looks like that fucking character on the I don't know that everyone parodies on the internet. And like, dude, I would like watch that recently. It's kind of a fucked up video. This guy goes to like a school after and does Bang Bang Columbine to it. It's kind of messed up. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I really laugh. I was laughing so hard at that when I was a kid, and then I was kind of shocked at like watching it as an adult. I was like, oh my God, it's kind of dark. Yeah, that My God video is a dark turn. Yeah, it does. It's super. If you want to be happy with the rest of your life. Yep. Yep, that song is like burned into my psyche. Yeah. Not age well. Anyway, we're gonna go back to talking about some maps here. But yeah, so this is my updated 2009 version of Crazy House. As you know, the Xmas Crazy House one was pretty popular. So I wanted to give it another crack at it as a young adult. I think it was 18 at this point. And I wanted to use models and ENV rain, give it like sort of an atmosphere. I like the nice warm kind of glow. Like you can kind of feel like a little bit like a humidity from this map, which I like about it with the color of and I'm like the skybox, right? You just kind of feels like I don't know, kind of you can feel this map. You can feel the map. What I was going for. And I tried to kind of like really like just realistically paint this level as best as I could. And I was walking around. I took a bunch of reference photos. These textures are actually from like the wood hardy plank paneling on the actual house. And and there's also like in this garage like these Costco sized snack boxes and this fridge. Which with this fridge right here, let me tell you, this fridge. Yo, Cressat, how's it going? This fridge is still running in my mom's basement. It's still running, and it still has all those Pepsi magnets on them, which is like amazing. So whatever brand of fridge this is, you buy it for life. Punchy, what's up? Poochie, my bad. Oh my god, Poochie, hi. This map looks freaking sick and homey. Yes, Freak Show Jimmy Crackhead Dungeon. What a name. I can only imagine. Anyhow, so yeah, this is the living room. I think I got another photo of the TV. And these are the actual cabinets. I took photos of the cabinets and the wood. I photoshopped our dishwasher, our oven, my other fridge here. I still have this toaster oven. Beautiful. There's me. There's me graduating. I was so handsome back then. God damn. You see this? You see this, dude? That's a good looking man right there. Dude. Yep, TV. Little Diet Pepsi. This was my drink of choice back then. Beautiful level. Really. Got the big bedroom. Is there chimney access? Yeah, there is. Climb up here. There's no secret in this map, unfortunately. We need a crazy maps event. Yes. Yes, we could do that. That'd be kind of cool. I always thought that was really something neat about like 3D Mike and like Nipper. Like they had a big enough mapping map catalog that they could just essentially make their own server with like exclusively their maps. That was like so cool to me. Upstairs, I love these shelves in this room. It's like such a unique design element. Yeah, with someone like Nipper, like the guy had a server that was like dedicated to just playing his maps exclusively. That's like so cool. I was like, to have a catalog that big, pretty cool. Pretty cool. This was my room. If I'm feeling like a little nostalgic, I'll just kind of go up here and hang out in my old room. Gold source style. Yep. Good times. Good times. Rock's Hideout. That's right. RH4, baby. What do I do for work these days? I do contracting work. Do real estate. Getting Archon password there was fun. You just keep. I love how you could just keep guessing the Archon password if you wanted to back then. Yes, pretty cool map. It's got some nice lighting. Thank you. Unique house design. Yeah, I think it was built in the 80s. We don't own the house anymore, unfortunately. Yes, real photos. Real photos for like these things and stuff. Really cool stuff. I love it. This is the basement. Played a lot of WoW down here. Let's see. That's the coolest room. I'm at my house in Half-Life 1. Hopefully I can find the RMF someday. You should. You should. I think like if you like mapping, making your house or just like your room is cool. You should do it. Yeah, I put a lot of detail into this one. This is kind of cool where you can kind of go into this little manhole thing and Spits you out underneath the house. Love that. So cool. I love this. Just a really, really beautiful place. Not even just to play, but just to like hang out. Just walking around. It's just really peaceful. I love it. Aesthetically speaking, just like has a lot of character, this little level. Anyhow, we're gonna move on to the next one. DE Big Freaking House. Beta 2. I'd say like this is the most involved level I've ever made. And I mean it's huge. It's a huge level. There's a lot to see. I spent months making this. Months. This was so much work. This is a lot of work, this map. This is a map from Soldier of Fortune 2, which is another multiplayer game. I think it came out in 2002. And so it also had a custom mapping side to it. So there was a big custom mapping scene for that game. And I was like, I always wanted to play a really famous custom map from Soldier of Fortune 2 in Counter-Strike. So I just remade it. And yeah, it's just a rat style map. Jiggly's Fund House. Ooh ah. You put well, I made my apartment in a recent map called FY Micromanic. Is it on Game Banana? I'd check it out. Maps that recreate real places are probably some of my favorites. I know, and it's like when people talk about like not having inspiration for a level that they want to make, just make something like that, you know. Because I always feel like those make for the easiest starting points for like level design. For example, when I was in middle school, I started creating my middle school in Counter-Strike. And by popular demand, I had like a lot of kids were like, you know, all the kids that played Counter-Strike. So, you know, I was like, I'm gonna make my middle school. And thank God I didn't finish that level, right? Because could you imagine the shitstorm that would happen if like, you know, parents or teachers like heard that, oh, one of those kids recreated a middle school and in Counter-Strike where they kill people and shoot hostages and stuff. That would be like pretty messed up. And there was that one kid who got in trouble for recreating his high school in Counter-Strike. So, but yeah, real places make for just perfect like settings to get into mapping and like if you want to experiment. Yeah, I think that's great. There's like I remember when I was a little kid, I'd go to like places and I'd be thinking like, wow, this Applebee's would be like a really interesting, you know, Counter-Strike map, right? Or I'd like watch movies, you know, I'd watch like a Star Wars movie and I'd be like, oh man, could you imagine if this was a Counter-Strike map? Like everything, every like place I went could potentially be turned into some sort of Counter-Strike map. Yeah, Nipper did do that. And he didn't get in trouble. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I made this one. I made this one. This thing is huge. A super big level. My favorite part of this, I have two favorite parts. I love the lighting in this area. Doesn't this look so peaceful? Take a look at that. So crazy, you weren't a part of any CS modding communities back then. Remember CDG? Analytica was one of the biggest CS modding forums and stuff. No, no. Hung out on like Game Banana and joe.to. But I really just kept to myself. No. I like playing games kind of solo most of the time. So I never really got involved in a lot of communities and whatnot. I just kind of always did my own thing. I was a kind of a internet loner person. Actually, that's just how I preferred it. Oh man, I remember the CG is still up. I had some CSS skins there during the last couple of years. Still up. Is it still up? I should check that out. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the situation was crazy. The map from that, it's actually up on Game and It's called EK. Oh, that's the name of that map. I was searching for that. Did I download that? I don't think I download. Oh, I do. I have it. I do. I did download that. I don't want to take a look at it now, though. To be honest with you. I tell my wife this would make a cool. You tell that to her. Your wife's a champ for that, dude. I love that. That's awesome. That's so cool. Yes, this would make for a great CS map. I think. Yeah, I still think that. The Walmart is probably my favorite 1.6 map. Yep, that's such a classic. It's a shame that nobody made a good Zbot nav file for it. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of tricky because I was thinking about that map for bots. Like those doors that open like this, that could really mess with bots, unfortunately. So I don't know. Sometimes navigating those things are really difficult. Is that how it's the kid who got expelled? Is that how it's really credited? That's funny. CDG is long gone now, but most of the stuff made by people there have been uploaded to Game Banana. Yeah, Game Banana and 17 Buddies are like the de facto sort of you could say repositories for all the or the archives for a lot of Counter-Strike content. Gold source content. Anyhow, this map is pretty sweet. Got a lot of cool design elements in this. Got this swinging lamp here, which I think is kind of neat. You see it's just ever so slightly teetering. And this map was left in beta, and I'll tell you why. Because this office room was not originally an office. It was actually supposed to be a bedroom, but I changed it. So I took creative liberties with it. I feel like I shouldn't have done that in hindsight. But I think I made this in like 2014. So not too late. I could change it. Now let me show you the other cool part of this level. What do you guys think of this spot? Is this just sick or what? Right? Doesn't this look cool? This looks like it could fit into like the Half-Life universe. I was really getting aesthetic with this. That just looks sweet to me. Man. I wish I was like a just like a sewer dweller. This would be like my home. God, I love that. That looks so neat. This is also pretty cool too. This is like cracks in like the wall. That's what I was trying to do. Like the warm, sunny beaming through these cracks in the mortar. Ah, just like so beautiful. Just love that. So it's so charming. Just love that. Puts me at peace, man. So awesome. They tend to get stuck on the roof of the map. I didn't know they got stuck on the roof of the map on Walmart like that. That was like those doors would be. God, I really have to play all these new versions of Walmart. They kind of missed me. So pop out waypoints for Walmart. Oh, cross compatible though. Yeah. Sometimes I do waypointing. Like I have this Podbot waypointing that I'll do sometimes for maps and make my own custom waypoints. It's a lot of work though, you know. But I do have a lot of fun. It's kind of addicting. Like here's my ladder. I'm making a ladder right now. And like half the time it doesn't even navigate properly, but yeah, I have a lot of fun with that. Making Podbot waypoints. Mm, Well, I always design crazy sewers for maps and then just skimp when I actually get to that part. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you really can put a lot of detail everywhere if you take enough time. But I know there's certain points when I'm like mapping and I get to this point where I'm like kind of like I have like having like fatigue and I just don't feel like being creative for a certain portion of the map. I think that's kind of what I did for like this wall here. You could tell I was like, I don't want to decorate. Let's just put these stupid blocks in frames, you know, it just kind of looks stupid, doesn't it? So I kind of want to revisit this map and fix it up again. When I played this in multiplayer, the big complaint was that it was too big. And I kind of agree with that. I think this is one of the main gripes I have with this level is that there's just so much freaking space and I feel like people don't have the same patience that they did back in the day for Counter-Strike, in my opinion. You know, like this is why like gun game and ice world style maps and DE Dust 2 are still like king. It's because like the pacing is just better. You know, you can get the satisfaction of playing the game faster in a smaller level or in a level that you already know really well versus something like this. This is like this is just too much. You know, it's too much. There's too many places to go. You're always getting shot in the back. There's too much stealthing and hiding and people, you know, the influx of new people trying to explore. It's too much, you know. So maps like these really kind of just remain a novelty more than anything. You know, they're just kind of like a cool idea, if you will. And by the way, yes, we are flying in a freaking UFO right now, which is pretty sweet. Look at this thing. Isn't that cool? I think it's pretty neat. It's a UFO. Yeah, Cinema, just download Podbot if you're trying to do 1.6. That's what I use. I am looking for better ones. Yellow Jello has recommended a bot to me that I didn't try much, but yeah. There's you can get into. It's fun. It's fun making waypoints. Tiger Lily on KONet has been doing God's work making navs lately. Oh, nice. All Nipper maps too big, but sometimes that's the joy of them. Yeah, some of them like Blah can be bad, and especially like if you don't like know the map, because I know like a big gripe for something like Blah or just even big maps in generals that like it's like a memorization game. And what's the point of like memorizing a map that's like over 20 years old now? Like, what's the use of having that information in your brain? You know, it's like you need that space for other things like your job and whatnot. How fast can you compile map render lighting now with a modern PC? I think you could compile a pretty dense level in less than 10 minutes now. So, yeah, it's pretty quick. Yeah, like Miles said, yeah, less than 10 minutes. Sad that I missed out on your maps. It's all right, you know. We're still kicking. You can still play these if you want. We're going to go check out DE Rats RV. And we're getting close to the end of the levels I've made. We're actually like getting real close to the end of the list. This is when I'm starting to get like way better and taking so much more time with level design, a lot of care. So, this is an RV map I made. I don't know how to showcase this, but this is an RV, and it's like we're cruising along in this insane dirt kind of path. And I got inspired to do this level through a map in TFC. There was like a moment where I was like in some like car chase because you know in TFC and Team Fortress classes you can sort of what is it? You can make like Sven co-op campaign scenarios in that game, and so one of these levels was like had this scrolling dirt texture thing. And I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. I think the entity is Funk Conveyor to get like the ground to do that and the walls to do that. So yeah, obviously this is the Anchorman RV, and those wheels are not spinning. But yeah, the whole level is like this just massive RV, and you're a little rat inside of it. Honestly, I think this is like one of the coolest levels I ever created. To be honest with you, it's so unique. Problem is that it's like it's too big. Once again, I have a problem with making like levels way too big. But this would make for an awesome gun game map, to be honest with you. And I did some research. I looked up like I was like, okay, well, what was the RV that they used in Anchorman? Well, the RV that they used in Anchorman was, you know, some like 70s, you know, style RV, and so I had to like find photos of the interior, and I just blocked it out to the specs. So one cool thing about this little vent here is that you can see through it. So you can be a real son of a bitch. It's a lot of fun. The bomb sight is here at the steering wheel, and it's a real neat level, you know. Got this fridge here. Whoops, if I can get in there. Got a big old fridge. You can smash your way all the way up to the top of the RV. And this map is all just about freedom. You know, like you can go wherever you want. You just feel this like freedom at all times to, you know, to go wherever you want. A lot of ladders, verticality, everything. Just honestly, it's like a really cool concept. And you really do feel like you're cruising when you're like when you're inside here, right? Like if I'm just like down here on the floor, doesn't this look insane? Doesn't this look crazy? It just looks nuts to me. It's really cool. Let me catch up on chat here. You guys are fast. My favorite neighbor map is Van Gogh, but it's rather large. That map I can never play because I'm missing a model. You're missing a model from this map, the Bad Medic? On conveyor for Halloween map this year. Yes, I still have to finish that one. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a really unique thing to do for. I feel like that entity never gets used. But yeah, I think it really makes this map pop and does something crazy. So I have a stick. I think I played it. I don't think all the ladders. Maybe it might be a different one. Oh yeah, I think there's a Rat's Caravan level, I think, which is similar. It's a similar concept. Don't know that one. Another van map. Yeah, I think it's Caravan. Okay, so let's see. Now I think I want to move on to another concept level. This is a level that's strictly just a concept, and I never finished it, but I have a compiled version of it, which I thought was kind of neat to take a look at. So this is supposed to be like a garage, right? And you can see I have like some like a kind of like a work table here, and I don't know what I was doing exactly here, but there's a big cardboard box in the middle of this map. Now, what could be inside of this box? Well, if we drop down here, it's a little paper mache modeled CS Assault. and I was trying to mess around with this idea of like creating like a big rat style map that has assault in it, or like some sort of default map. The problem with this concept that I realized like by the time I got to this point was like, oh, it's basically just a weird CS assault. You know, like it's not actually that cool of a concept, or functional really, because like at this point just play CS assault. But hmm. I think it's just kind of fun though, because I remember I took like screenshots of the skybox. I made them into a WAD so you could have sort of like a cityscape. I just think it's kind of cool. But any case, it's like a unique concept for a map. It's really cool. And I love this like little like corridor here, like construction materials. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I think it looks cool. Looks kind of yeah, caravan was in it. Fuse distance is like 2048. Yeah. Yeah, it's super short. Just a beta map, right? Like it's totally unfinished. But I guess I'm just trying to showcase that like you when you map, you're gonna make a bunch of projects that you never finish. Just so you always will. I have so many projects. I have even more RMFs that don't have compiled versions. Just like, I mean, gotta be at least like 50 more projects that I just never compiled. Just stupid stuff that I tried putting together. So yeah, it's kind of a neat idea, but I don't know. I just it didn't really materialize. I lost steam on it. But I love making rat style maps. They're like it's like one of my favorite. I just love like the goofiness, the ingenuity behind stuff like that. That's so interesting. And I started getting kind of good at making them, right? Like doesn't this look really neat? Looks really cool. It would make for like an excellent like rat style map, but this looks really cool in here. I love it. Okay, so we're moving on. AA Rampage 64. Now this map, I love this map so much. This map is takes place in the uh in the game like Rampage that you play in an arcade, and everything's destructive. Just by like walking into a lot of things, you destroy it like you would in the game. So it's fun to just kind of like just walk around this level and smash everything. You know, just I'm not even hitting anything with my knife, and everything's just breaking. It just feels so powerful. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. And all of these buildings are climbable as well as destructive. They all break, and as they break, they're still climbable. Really neat stuff. So I love this map, and this goes back to like a conversation we were just having earlier about like making a new type of like game mode, or just kind of reinventing the wheel. You know, this it just makes the knife arena game type more hectic with all this breakable stuff, right? There's like a constant shifting of the landscape. You know, with like someone's hiding up on top of this building. Maybe I don't want to go up there. You know, maybe I just want to start stabbing I want to start stabbing the building, you know, making it so that they have to move, you know, or maybe they'll take a little bit of fall damage because they're, you know, hanging up there so much. Um, so much fun. Love how like the grenades just instantly blow stuff up. So cool. I think I've already kind of talked about this map before in one of my videos, but it's so cool. Like it's someone who has CS Assault playset and you're really tiny action. Yes, exactly. That was yes. Just like that was the concept for that last map, but I don't know. I guess I just kind of got burnt out on it, you know. Just kind of got burnt out on that concept and wanted to move on to something else. Maybe one day I should do this type of video of all my maps that never saw the light of day. I have like 1,000. Yeah, you should. I think everyone should sort of chronicle their uh their work. You know, I think a lot of people are curious about, you know, gold source content. There's like a scarcity of gold source content people, in my opinion. I think there needs to be more people sharing their stuff. Yes. Map inside a map. Didn't make any maps back in the day, so my joy is finding lost maps. Yeah, and Yellow Jello, we appreciate the fuck out of you for that. In case you needed to hear it. It's like it's just really cool having someone like that passionate about archiving the game. I think you're like the #1 archivist at this point. So, pretty cool title to have. And we do thank you. I have 2 or 3 maps I made like 10 years ago and never uploaded anywhere. It's great to go back at them and try and figure out what I was trying to do. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I go back to those works and I'm looking at them, I'll have like these weird memories of like where I was at in time and like thoughts just like immediately like zip right back into my head and it's like I'm there. It's like an uncanny sort of like thought, or I don't know. It'll happen when I'm playing like old NES games too. I can't really explain it, but it's like you get teleported. I never completed anything. Lots of partial ideas. Never too late. Spoon. Never too late. Played this one in M3 and we were having a giggle party. Yeah, it's a fun one. There's an Xmas version of it too. I think I have that. Xmas Rampage base. I think this is, which I had to have an Xmas version of it. Kind of feel like it might be better without all the blue. It does kind of make it monotone, but I've only ever made a couple maps myself. I only ever released one though, a CSS gun game map, and I've had a passion for finding obscure hidden gems within Game has 17 buddies and other various websites. Yeah, you know, I think 17 buddies has like the biggest archive of the CS maps, and I I remember there was a scare like a couple months ago, or like the all like last year, where like you couldn't download any maps from that website. And I was kind of freaking out. I was having like sort of like an existential crisis because I was like, that's the biggest like CS map archive. That's like that's public. And I was like, okay, I know I can speak a little bit of French. Should I like fly over? Should I get a hold of Chapo and fly over with like a huge 50 terabyte drive and back up his whole site and bring it home with me? Go just fly over to France, be like, bonjour, mon ami. You know? I don't know. I love to make videos on iconic archives articles, but I just don't know if people want to hear my voice for however long. I mean, that's kind of how I felt about my channel, and I was like, I felt like it was almost like it's almost like a stabbing pain that I needed to get. I needed to put it out there. I needed to do it. Like I felt so. It was like I can't even explain. I was compelled. It was like a force unknown that was telling me you need to go talk about Counter-Strike. You know, I would like find myself in the car or like kind of talking to myself about like concepts because I don't really have anyone to talk to about cold source stuff. So, I mean, if you feel compelled, just bite the bullet. If you have time too. People find this interesting. I think I noticed like a lot of like Zoomers, like young kids, that like they find this stuff fascinating too. And I do notice in like this YouTuber kind of space, it's mainly like a lot of young kids who weren't there to experience these games when they were like in in their golden era, kind of telling the stories about the game, and they honestly they get a lot of stuff wrong. I mean, I'm not like shading them or nothing, but they're kind of they weren't there, and they're trying to play the YouTube game. But I do feel like it's important to have the old timers who did experience the game and actually given their take as well, because I don't know, it's just important for archival purposes. So I think you should try it. That you basically already did for one for rats, yeah. Yeah, and I shouted at the article. I remember you were talking about how like it got a bunch of a spike in views. I wonder if it's still getting spike in views too for that. Um, yes. So I'd love to see more videos about obscure 1.6 source maps. They found a cool way to make brush-based entities follow the players like a funk turret. Oh, hey, cool. You should. There's like not really like any like sites for tutorials outside of Game Banana, but yeah, I wish I knew where to look for tutorials these days, or how you find out more mapping secret techniques. So much fun learning about the Valve Hammer editor still to this day. I mean, I'm always discovering new tricks for stuff. Used it for eyes and FY Micromanic. I need to check that map out after I end stream. Does anybody think they fixed their captcha issue? Yes, and I've been downloading from them again lately, so I'm happy about that. This map kind of reminds me of the GTA San Andreas mission. So we're here, and I love this kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the younger generation is absolutely fascinated by this, and you could tell a lot of Zoomers are into this stuff because I mean, like look at how they're dressing and stuff. They're all like grunge, baggy jeans and like Y2K stuff. Honestly, I don't really hate the baggy pants. I listen. I hate the baggy pants. I think it looks like shit. I just do. Like, what are you wearing? Like some drapes? You wearing some? I don't know why that's coming back. I think it just looks like shit. I'm sorry, I do. I just, like you wearing these baggy pants. You know, I could after I use the restroom and wash my hands, I could use those as like dry my hands off on them. Whatever. If you guys like them, you like. I'm just know I'm secretly judging you for wearing curtains. I'm hoping the skinny jean makes a comeback. Because I don't know, it's just funny. But I think it's cool that all the kids are wearing like Y2K fashion stuff. I think it's cool. Because I always thought that wow, that should make a comeback. That stuff was cool. I do like that. Voltaire's tutorial. Oh man. No, wait, Volmarius. Is that the same guy? Spoon? Volmarius? J2 was all tutorial. Yeah, he taught everybody everything. He was really good. TWHL, yeah, they have good tutorials there. They're from Hander to Jack, yeah. Yeah, I used Jack too. I bought Jack on Steam. Worth it. It was worth the purchase, I think. Yeah, we need some more tutorials for CS and Half-Life map making. There's a guy, shoot. VHE Tutor on YouTube does some good stuff. He's been doing it for a long time as well. I learned how to map with TWHL. Cargo pants were useful though. So many pockets. Yeah, I used to wear those a lot when I was a kid. I had those big, ugly olive green ones that like you could like zip them off. You know what I'm talking about? You could like make them into capris, and then if like you zip them off again, you can make shorts out of them. You guys remember that shit? I had tons of those when I was a kid. Jinkos, yeah, those things are. I have a buddy who does reselling of those, and they're like super expensive. I'm just thinking, who the fuck wants to buy this shit? Like, what are you like a trance raver or something? You know? I don't know. Maybe wear t-shirts, sweatpants. As someone that has always had thick legs, I enjoy baggy pants. Yeah, I suppose that works. A lot of shirts I wear are old band shirts. You're just baggy. Hmm. I had planned a Super Jura Oh, you should. You should. Yeah, his website's still up. Did you know that? You could talk to him. I think if you do the iconic archives, get in touch with him. He responded to me I think it was like 2 years ago when I was on the hunt for the author of Scout's Knives, which by the way, if you know who the author of Scout's Knives is, please let me know. We still don't know who made Scout's Knives. We don't have a clue who made the map. So me, Yellow Jello, a lot of people, a lot of members from my Discord, we've been searching. Can't find it. We're still searching. Anyhow. Okay, so we're gonna go to another map. CS Mice Kitchen. I think this is a newer one. But it's another rat style map. CS Super Kitchen? Oops. Can't tell what's going on here. Another rats map. This one's a little rough though. Oof. It's big. This is a little big. And the draw distance is messed up. Whoa. Can I land in this safely? No. Whoops. I decompiled and reconstructed Scout's Knife, but I have no clue who made it. I do that too. I do that for all the maps that I cover in my videos. Like I remade Ice World, I remade Pool Day. Um, there's a and you when you do that, when you remake those levels, you really get an understanding of the mapper by doing that. Which is like another thing I'd recommend if you want to get a little more mapping experience. You try to recreate a level you like. Whee! Well, this is interesting. I don't think this is a very stellar map. Let me just see if I have another version of it. Yes, I think this is like the same level, but I edited it. Edited it? I edited it to be better. It's a little smaller. See, it's like I crunched it. And there's the addition of the sponges, which are my classic safety fall kind of thing, which is nice. So yeah, these are the hosties over here. Pick these guys up. I think we rescue them over this way. On this slippery when wet floor. Boom. Notice these are the same textures from my house map. This was actually modeled after a kitchen I had at an apartment I lived in. which I love. I just love like mirroring reality. Let's go to T-spawn over here. And I think I wanted to create a rats map that was like smaller, because I noticed that like with what I learned from D Big Freaking House was that if you make the map too big, you're gonna have people like get tired of it and they don't want to play it. So I was trying to make another rat style map that like was smaller and people couldn't hide as much in it. Let's see. Oh, what's going on? Oh man, that's glitched. The one fish. Let's see. Catching up on chat. I never seen this map. It's really cool. Yeah, this is. I don't think I've ever showcased this one. I never released this. Yeah, this one is definitely smaller, much more playable. But I still feel like this isn't really good enough to throw up on the internet anywhere. And it's also been a couple years since I've touched it. So, yeah. So, whole under area. I think terrorists spawn in here. Interesting lighting. Yeah, it's a so-so map. Take it or leave it. Try to make a rats map based on the living room from Roseanne. Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, you lost it. How old is this map? 20 2015, 2016 maybe. I think. Yeah, it's kind of old now, but All right, the last map on my list, which is my favorite map. We're gonna check it out. I put a lot of effort into this level. Put a lot of effort into this level. This is obviously not my original design, but I did replicate it, and I did it brick by brick. But this is the most impressive thing I've ever made. And I made this, was it 2 years ago? Or last year? I can't remember. But I put so much effort into this thing. And it just turned out amazing. I mean, I'm in awe when I look around at it that I did this. And so yeah, this is a complete one-to-one rebuild of the Soldier of Fortune 2 map MP Jor 1. And it's just magnificent. I remember I had like last year, or no, maybe like a few months ago, I forgot I made this. And so I loaded it up and I just like impressed myself all over again. I was like, "Oh wow. I made this shit. That's crazy." And so like I am a little conflicted cuz like I didn't design this level. I just replicated it. But I mean, I'm still just like in awe that it exists in Counter-Strike, cuz like to me this is like this was stuck in one game. And I brought it to life in Counter-Strike. And I'm super pleased with myself about it. I'm super pleased with myself. It just turned out so wonderful. It's so beautiful. I want to have a game night on this map. So bad. It's so beautiful. Just a gorgeous level. I mean, look at that. Look at how these buildings stretch up into the sky. I mean, it's just oh man. Something else. So much fun. This was I would stay up late working on that. I love when you get a project going. I love when you get a project going and you're up late know what I'm talking about? You're up late, and when you go to bed, you're going to bed because you're tired because you were working so hard on something, and you wake up and you're like immediately back doing what you want to do. You're back making the level or the model, whatever it is. That was one of these projects where like I couldn't wait. I was horny for it. I was horny for it, dog. You know, waking up, I had to get it done. I was addicted. It was like drugs. It was like drugs. I was on drugs. That's what this whole project was for me. I just had to do it. I love when you get in like a flow state like that. I can't express how how crazy that is. So all these little models here I converted from the original game. My god, I love this level. I played this with Yellow Jello and I think the Bad Medic was there. CTF version of Counter-Strike, which is how most of the time this map was played in Soldier of Fortune. And yeah, it was a great time. A great time. It was a great time. Yep. Beautiful map. I remember I had so many different recompiles just to get the lighting correct. There's a hint of fog. Can you see that hint of fog? So beautiful. Let's go over here. Let's go outside the map. Whoa, neato, huh? Do you like my optimization? Kind of sick, huh? Dude, that's like a pro move right there. Oh, you can see all this, right? Oh, but like if you go like all behind, dude, all of it is like, disappeared, dude. So sick. I love it, dude. I just love seeing this. So, folks, that's the last map I have in my whole repertoire. That's basically every level I wanted to showcase out of my personal collection that I've ever made. And I was happy you guys could be here to witness it and see everything I worked on throughout my 20 something years playing this game. Here's my little Easter egg, like thank you box. There's the original map in the actual Soldier of Fortune 2 engine. I love this little Easter egg. This is like it's so cool. This little cube. This little cube here. And then you could pause it and read that if you want to, but I made a little message about Soldier of Fortune 2, and there's me with my hammer editor working on it. So it's a huge labor of love for me. I love this level. Love this fucking game. I love it. So, hey Bird, how are you? My new set of maps in 2044. Yeah, actually, Bird was like the first person I got on to play to beta this with. Just popped on. Cool, thank you for that. Now before I close the stream off real quick, can we talk about this map? Does anybody remember this level? Does anybody remember this level? Please tell me, guys, please tell me you remember this map. This map was everywhere. And then one day, it was just like, wasn't. What happened to this map? Is it still played to this day? I feel like I never see it. Got that cool like breakbeat kind of techno thing down here. Is that Babe Ruth? Oh yeah. This was such a bizarrely titled map too. NTH, which I'm assuming is a clan tag. Let's take Mother's Tank. Wait, what? What does that even mean? Is there a history or anything? Whoa. What does this do? I don't know. This map is such a peculiar thing to me. It's such an oddity. Isn't there like there's like a machine gun somewhere? Find it. Probably in this room? I don't know. Oh, probably in here. There it is, the bazooka. I love this thing. This thing's so sick. Awesome. But anyway, it's a big compound. There's the camera. Oh, it moves. I didn't know that. This thing moves? Weird. Is this drivable? I can't remember. It looks like a big entity, so it must be. Ah, gosh, I would just have like fragments of memories about this map. That's so cool. So people still play this map. I feel like I never see it, but then again, I need it. I haven't been hopping on Counter-Strike that often lately. Such a unique level. Ooh, spooky. We're in the mines. Wow, what's going on here? Okay. Spooky, you can't go back there. Yeah. Well, interesting stuff. Oh, there's an underground sewer. I have just fragments in my head about some of these old levels. Like we played Cable Cars 3 the other day and I was like I, I thought it was more snowy than it actually was. You just like it's just so crazy having these like memories come back to you about these maps. Sometimes when I'm running through these levels, I just have like these I don't know, just like these weird thoughts I had when I was a kid. And I was like, "Oh wow, this feels so uncanny." I don't know. I love these games. So, yeah, we still play that one. Okay. It's probably because I've never seen it. I mostly have normal prefixes in my map collections. Yeah, this one's named really weirdly. NTH. I've never seen that before. Really weird. Maybe there's like another series of maps that have NTH before it. I haven't researched that though. Yeah, it is kind of ugly. I think it's like just using the basic cstrike.wad for most of the textures. So I think it's a better militia. But yeah, it is pretty ugly. M3 server Friday. We still play RUF. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. It's at least on all servers with custom maps that I know. Hmm. Well, anyway, let me just get to my little bungalow here. This is a good sending off spot. Guys, I want to say thank you for coming in and chatting. This was fun. Let's go do it again. I have like some more Xmas maps and other map oddities and subjects. I think I like haven't really been feeling like editing lately. So I think streams are a good medium. and I feel like I can talk at nauseum about Counter-Strike and Gold Source stuff. So let's do another one of these sometime. Harold. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, we'll do another one of these. I'm having fun with it. So yeah, I have so many more subjects. There's like I would like to explore the specialists and some TFC maps and stuff like that. There's so much Counter Strike content. So yeah. Okay. Good night, folks.